Welcome, everybody, to Let's Go Football. I'm GrandPooBear here with former Steelers and Buckeyes linebacker Ryan Shazier, our player, and we got our coach, Esfand, who'll be transforming into Coach Esfand later, so chat, be ready for that press conference. Coach Esfand, I mean, we had a large press conference for you last week. How are you feeling? How is the coach feeling after this week of football?
Well, I think we did a damn good job out there. I think it's one of them things we just got to really respect the process. You know, we got to respect the process. And it's going to be up, it's going to be down, but at the end of the day, you got to stay even keel. You know, we'll win some, we'll lose some, but we'll probably win more than we lose. Because we're so damn good at what we do. But I do think we are the best in the country. I really do believe that. So, and my folks are going to go out there. My men are going to go out there and kick some ass. That's damn good.
I like it, Coach. All right, let's talk a little bit about our teams before we dive into. We got a huge show this week. We got tons of amazing guests. Austin Ekeler's joining us. Dr. Jen Welter joining us. AustinShow's joining us. But let's talk a little bit about our teams. Ryan, you were at Pittsburgh's overtime win this weekend or on Sunday night against Geno Smith. How are you feeling about Pittsburgh after that game?
I'm feeling great. First of all, I gotta say thank you to Central Light because they knew I knew what I was talking about when it came to football. You see, they said they knew I was right about the Bills. Where you see right there, you see it. But first of all, it was great to see the Steelers get the dub, man. And obviously it scared me because we beat a bad team and it was in overtime. So it's tricky for us because we keep winning, and I'm cool with that. Like, as long as we keep winning, I'm good. But I don't like the style that we're winning right now because Geno Smith, he went in the second round. He was a good quarterback, but he's not Russell Wilson. So I don't know how the game would have been if Russell would have played. And then they have one of the worst defenses in the league, and we struggled. So it's going to be a tough one. But I think we're going to be all right.
Esfand, though, you got to be feeling pretty good, going into Foxborough, getting a win there.
Let me tell you, that game,
they beat a bad team.
Well, listen, good teams make bad teams look bad. Okay, that's just how it works. So, I think that that game, because look, it's win or lose. Okay, I know it went to overtime, but they suck. That's how it works. Okay, if we win. No, if we win, they suck. That's how it works. So, but I legit think that's probably the best game of the year. I think that game, out of the games that I've watched, I think that was easily the best game of the year. That game was what was it? I think it was 2 touchdowns in 16 seconds right at the end of the game, the back and forth, the overtime. Like, the way that game ended was insane. I mean, now, the way the Monday night game ended was insane too, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I love that Cowboys-Pats game. That Cowboys-Pats game was insane. And actually, a lot of what we talked about last week happened during that Cowboys-Pats game too. So
and
we'll talk about that.
We're going to talk a little just around Tavon Diggs. I feel like he's going to be talked about every week. We'll definitely talk about him as well. And we'll just move on from my team. We'll just go ahead and preview the show we got today. We don't need to talk about the Lions.
Was it about 20? Was it about 20?
Huh? What? I think his mic. I think Ryan's mic cut out right there. I couldn't hear him. Anyway, we have a packed show coming up today. We got Los Angeles Chargers star running back and streamer Austin Ekeler, who I gotta let know one Cliffy his fantasy team this week. Get your questions in for him so we can pick some to ask chat. That's right, get your questions in for Austin Ekeler. We'll also be joined by former Arizona Cardinals coach Dr. Jen Welter. She's the first female coach in NFL history, and she hosts a live show on Twitch during every Thursday night football game, going head-to-head in predictions against me and Esfand. I just want to let everyone know I've beat her 2 weeks in a row right now, so obviously I should be a coach as well. And we'll also be joined by Twitch creator AustinShow, huge Vikings fan. He's going to help make some picks for this weekend's games. But first, we got to talk about the AFC. Chat, also get your chat in. We'll be highlighting chat all week. We got to talk about the AFC right now. Last week, everyone on this show, Esfand especially, was pronouncing the Bills the best team in the AFC. Or sorry, the Bills or the Chargers the best team in the AFC. Both of them go down. Both of them go down. The Bills-Titans game was just an absolute slobber knocker. 7 lead changes in this game. It came down to a 4th and inches call in the red zone, 4 yards out, where Josh Allen slipped. Incredibly ridiculous game. Derrick Henry went off for about 8,422 yards and 42 touchdowns. Guys, Esfand, I got to look at you first. Do we need to take the Titans a bit more seriously with Derrick Henry running the way he is?
Man, I thought really highly of the Titans going into the season. Just looking at what they did in the offseason, Derrick Henry obviously coming back. They're starting to get the ball rolling a little bit. And Derrick, that is just a grown-ass man. Like, that is a grown man coming at you. I mean, he looks like a linebacker. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. And I think the big thing that Derrick Henry does so well is, yeah, exactly. Like the Brian says, it's literally like, yeah, you're playing Madden, you just max out all his stats. It's wild. He wears you down. He is so big. And Ryan, you can probably attest to this a little bit more. Like, what is it like when you're playing linebacker in the NFL and you are going up against an offense that has, you got guys who have like a little bit smaller running backs, shiftier guys, and you got the bigger backs. How does that affect you, like, throughout the course of the game?
I'm not gonna lie, man. It's like, to me, Derrick Henry is a little bit different because he's a strong runner, but like when Derrick Henry is going against like linebackers and D linemen, you know, he's a pretty average back. But whenever he gets to the second level, that's when he really takes advantage of guys. And he got to the second level a lot yesterday, and that's why he's one of the best running backs. His O-line does a good job of setting up holes for him to get to that second level. And then once he's past the linebackers, you know, smaller guys don't like tackling big guys. It's like David and Goliath. Like, everybody was scared of Goliath, and like, I'm not going out there, you know. So, and that's how DBs are when it comes to Derrick Henry. They see a 250-pound man that runs a 4.4, that's 6'5", that's running fast at them. They're like, yeah, I'm just gonna let you score a touchdown. And that's how it normally happens with Derrick Henry. You know, he's a great player. He has all the moves, but he excels when it comes to getting to the second level. And I think right now, the way he's playing, we have to start considering a running back in the MVP conversation.
Kale says Derrick Henry's built like a Ford F-150. He's built like the electric Ford F-150 that's coming out soon, because he goes 0 to 60 like nothing. I don't know. I was talking about it. I don't know if I've ever seen. He ran 20.8 miles on that long TD. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy like, we've seen big giant bruisers before, and we've seen speedy guys, but I don't know if we've ever seen a combination like this with a guy who can pound it and break out a 70, 80, 90-yard run as well. Like, is there anyone we can compare Derrick Henry to?
I could think of one person, but he didn't play as long as Derrick Henry, and that'll be Bo Jackson.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's great. Yeah,
that's one player. That's one player that I could think about. But when it comes to other players that played a longer tenure in the NFL, I can't really think of anybody.
That's actually probably the only comparison. I didn't even think about comparing him to Bo Jackson. Yeah,
Bo Jackson.
Faboshi just said he's a grown man. So Esfand, you were high on the Bills. You were super high on the Bills last week. The Bills are the best team in the AFC. Yada yada yada. What do you think about the Bills after this loss?
Hey, any given Sunday. Okay, that's what I have to say. Hey, you never know what's gonna happen, but I still think the Bills are so good. Like Josh Allen, he's a grown man. He's just like Derrick Henry, bigger than the typical guy that you see in that position. But obviously not the same sort of physicality, right? But I'm talking about the same sort of thing where he's like a bigger guy at that position, plays a lot of physicality, and him slipping like that really, really sucks on that fourth down conversion because he missed his footing and man,
not take away from that Titans D line though. They had
hey, they did, but man, that is just
D&D. I
take
agree.
advantage of that.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with Chat. Right here, their schedule is terrible. Like they played 2 teams this year that have an okay defense and a decent defense, and they lost to both of them. And then like who they get to recover with next week? The 1-5 Dolphins. Their schedule is terrible, and I don't think that they're going to be battle tested enough when it comes to the playoffs. And they don't have a run game to establish, so they're going to go in the playoffs saying that they have the number 1 defense, number 2 defense. But when you're playing nobody, I'm not going to say nobody because guys in the NFL, everybody in the NFL is good. But when you're playing teams that aren't at the caliber of everybody else in the NFL, I think they're going to struggle when it comes to the decision-making time. I think they'll probably make it to the divisional round, maybe the AFC Championship, but they won't make it to the Super Bowl.
Ryan, where do you like right now? Let's say Ravens, Chargers, Bills. You know what I mean? They seem to be the 3 teams in the AFC that everyone's talking about. And we slept on the Ravens last week. To be fair, we absolutely slept on the Ravens last week. We didn't even have them in our discussion, and then they beat the Chargers. Where do you rank these 3 teams now after this week?
If I was to go this week, I understand the Chargers got beat pretty bad, but I still have them higher than the Ravens. And the reason I feel this is because the Ravens jumped up on them really fast, and it kind of threw them off. And I think, the Ravens are a team that's a front runner, so they ran the ball really well. And with the Chargers taking all those gambles like they normally do on 4th down, they automatically gave them scoring position. Like they were going for them to 20 to 30 to 40. Even if the Ravens don't score a touchdown, there are like Justin Tucker's not missing in the field. So it really put them in positions to like start reaching. And if you reach in the NFL and you don't get what you're reaching for, you get exposed. So I think that's what happened to them, and I think they just got caught off guard. I still have the Chargers as the best team in this AFC, me personally. And then I think the Ravens are better than the Bills.
How much do you think was the West Coast team playing an early East Coast game? How big a factor is that? We hear that all the time. Like, how big a factor is that in the NFL?
It is a factor, but it depends. I can't really say. We'll have to ask Austin if they left to play on Saturday or if they left on Friday. Because a lot of times West Coast teams leave on Friday so they can have those 2 days in so they can kind of get acclimated to the time difference. East Coast teams can go to the West Coast and it doesn't bother them as much. But that was an early game for them, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I feel like they just got jumped. They caught them off guard. They're a good team. The Ravens are a good team, and they caught them off guard. They jumped on them really fast. Because if you look at the stats, the Ravens offense, they didn't do nothing really special. Lamar threw 2 picks. They ran the ball really well, but Lamar threw 2 picks, and then the Chargers, their offense, they literally couldn't do anything. I think the Chargers won't happen again.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do, though, right? The Ravens, like they run the ball so well, they maintain possession. Like I know you said they threw 2 picks, but the time of possession and just being able to control the game and the pace of the game that much. When you get behind, I see what you're saying about like they get up and then they're in the driver's seat, and then it's like, what do? You have to take chances. But like I think maybe the score, like it wasn't as bad as it looks, but I don't know. But I still think they did what they do.
No, the Ravens did what they're supposed to do, but I feel if they play again, the Chargers would not. I feel like that's the Chargers' worst game of the year. Yeah. Like I don't feel like the Chargers will play that bad again. So when they play again in the playoffs, it's going to be a good game. I think the game is going to still end up being a nail biter, but I think this is when you're going to have Justin Herbert versus Lamar, and both of them are like. They have to start throwing the ball because the Chargers are going to start putting points back up on the board. They're not going
Lots of debate in chat right now between the Chargers and Ravens. But you talked about taking risks, because the Chargers love to take risks. Let's talk about the biggest risk of the week. Let's circle back to this Monday night game. Down 3 points, The Bills are 4th and an inch, sitting on the 5-yard line. 22 seconds left. They could kick the ball, go into overtime, easy kick. Instead, they go for it on 4th and 1. Esfand, do you think that was the right decision, going for it on 4th and 1 right there?
I feel like if you are the Bills and you have a big body quarterback like Josh Allen, he's physical. You have a good O-line. Now the Titans have a very good D-line too. I feel like, if you've got an inch to go, it's very reasonable to just want to try and get it and see if you can end the game right there. Especially since, honestly, like Tennessee, they had a lot of momentum. I think they scored 10 points in the fourth quarter. So, and the Bills hadn't scored anything yet. So it's like they kind of had the pace of the game. They were like snowballing late into the game. I really think that, it's one of those things that you make that decision. If it works out, you look like a genius. If it doesn't work out, you look a moron, right? And I think that's just what it came down to. You take the chance, and it didn't work out.
Ryan, as a player, you wanna see your offense go for it right there, or do you want to see him kick and go to overtime?
Yeah, so this is one thing that Coach Tomlin used to say: when we're on the road and it's a close game like that, we're going for the win. If we're at home, we can go for the tie because we're in our home environment. So to me, I'm going for the win every time. Like, we don't play football games to tie.
Yeah.
Like, we play football games to win. So if I go out there and slip, I don't even think he slipped. Simmons did a good job of pushing the line back and made him lose his footing. It's a totally difference from slipping. When slipping is you did everything yourself and you just fell. He forced that to happen. So, and another thing, I think like they said in the chat earlier, I think they should have just did a different play call. I'm not a fan of being in shotgun on 3rd and 1 situations, but Josh Allen can use his legs. So I think that it would have been better if they did like a shotgun. I don't know if a read option, but like an RPO type of situation. So he can either run it or he can pass it. So I think it would have been better if they did something like that instead of him actually doing a quarterback sneak. I'm not a big fan of quarterback sneaks.
I'm loving chat right now. We're seeing, outside of Reptar, who is a wuss, saying kick the dang ball. No, you go for it, man. If you're in a game of Madden, you're going for that 10 times out of 10. I loved it. I love the play call. And just like you said, Esfand, the Titans were riding so much momentum. They weren't stopping Derrick Henry like last night. They were not stopping Derrick Henry. If you lose that coin toss and kick the ball to Derrick Henry, you're probably losing that game anyway. You know what I mean? I loved the play call personally. Yeah, I loved it. They still had one timeout, so they were gonna have about 20 seconds left. Throw 3 passes, and then still have an opportunity to kick if they want. I personally thought it was a great play call, or a great decision. Maybe bad play call, as people are saying. He may have been a yard short last night, but Josh Allen might still be the best player in the league. And it's about that time where we have to start making MVP picks. Time to start asking, who's the MVP? And we got some leading candidates right now. I just want to say, whoever made this graphic, I'm mad at you for not including Derrick Henry in this, though. We got Kyler Murray, though, our leading front runner. Josh Allen, Dak Prescott. Of course, Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson are the 5 we're going with. Can we shoehorn Derrick Henry in here somehow? Like, Derrick Henry absolutely needs to be in this conversation after last night.
What about Trayvon Diggs?
Anyway, we'll talk about it. Yeah. We'll do our annual Trayvon Diggs conversation.
Here we go. Here's Ryan. Oh, Ryan's going to be dumping on Trayvon Diggs all day again. Here we go. All day.
Yeah. All right, guys, who is your pick so far for league MVP?
Well,
Ryan, I'm going to go you. Esfand. No, we'll start with Esfand. Yeah, we'll talk to Ryan enough. Let's go to you, Esfand.
Okay. I think when you talk about league MVP, I think a lot of times you look at who is the player that does the most for his team, like in relation to everybody else, right? And we talked a lot about Kyler Murray. We have talked about Josh Allen a little bit. For me, I think the person that does the most for their team is Lamar Jackson at this point. I think Lamar Jackson, that offense runs entirely through him. Those of you guys who are fantasy players, you see it in fantasy, how many points he gets every week. Literally, I mean, he is the offense. And I don't think, I think it was the first episode, maybe it was last week, where we talked about how quarterbacks usually get way more credit than they deserve, whether it's good or bad. I think Lamar Jackson is almost the exception to that, where literally, I mean, he runs the ball, he throws the ball, like that whole thing runs straight through him. So, you know, and some people say, well, they don't have a whole lot of weapons, right? They've had the injuries at running back. They don't have a very deep receiving core. I think, hey, if they're winning games and they're putting points up, that's even more of a reason why this guy should be an MVP candidate, or probably the front runner in my opinion.
A little shade to Hollywood Brown right there, and I call him a great wide receiver. Anyway, we're going to play a little game. We're going to play a little game here, guys, to determine who our league MVP is. We're going to play a little MVP eliminator here. We're going to take 5 names. We're going to take 5 names, and one by one, we're going to eliminate a player until we are left with our league MVP.
So we're eliminating a player every week.
Yeah. We're gonna have Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Tom Brady, and Josh Allen. Ryan, you're gonna get the first pick. Who are you eliminating from the MVP race right now?
So I have preseason biasy. So I'm gonna eliminate this guy so you guys don't have a chance to pick him. Lamar Jackson got to go.
Oh,
Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
Lamar Jackson has to go.
Why are we doing this?
I feel Lamar Jackson.
Look at the divisional rivalry showing right here. You know?
No. I feel like Lamar's playing. I feel Lamar is playing the best. He's doing the best for his team. I don't feel like he has the best team, but he's doing the most. But I don't feel like he has the best team. So I'm not giving him the MVP, and the vote might not be last on me. So I'm making sure he's not in it.
The shade.
Really? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Esfand, Lamar Jackson eliminated from our MVP race already. Who are you going to eliminate? This is what is ruining our game here. Who are you going to ruin? Who are you going to eliminate?
Okay.
With our 4 remaining MVP candidates.
Okay. Man, so Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Tom Brady.
You better not do
I'm actually probably gonna go.
You better not do it.
Juicy Jones calling you out, Ryan, in chat.
I know, right? I'm salty. Yeah, I know.
You know what? I'm taking Tom Brady out of there.
Eliminating Tom. What are we doing?
Yeah. No.
What are we doing?
I'm taking Tom Brady out of there.
Tom Brady's gonna be my first go. Tom Brady's gonna be my first go. So
I think Tom Brady is still he's an incredible quarterback, probably the greatest of all time. But I do think you are starting to see a little bit of regression there because of his age. I don't think it's huge. He's trying to steal. No, it should have been 5.
He has the most talent around him. It's crazy.
He has an incredible amount of talent. Around him. Insanely deep receiving core.
Insanely deep running back core, tight end core.
So wait, we're punishing Lamar Jackson for not having good enough team, and now we're punishing Tom Brady for having
no
team?
No. I'm not punishing Lamar for that.
He's punishing him for being a Raven.
No. I'm not punishing him for that. I'm punishing him because I don't know if I'm gonna be the last pick or not. So I have to make sure he's out of there. Because if I'm not the last pick, then you guys might pick him. So I gotta I have who I have in my head.
Oh, all right. Well, it's my pick. And I'm going to take the logical choice here, and I'm going to eliminate Dak Prescott, who, while has been playing incredibly impressive, also has a ton around him, but has just not. I don't think he has to do as much for his team as these other 4 guys do. I think I'm going to eliminate Dak right there from the MVP consideration. No offense.
That was going to be my pick, to be honest. That was going to be my original pick.
So it does end up on me. So either way,
yes,
the guy that I was going to pick was going to be the MVP.
Yeah.
So my MVP is going to be my MVP. So this guy is going to go. My MVP is Kyler Murray. So Josh Allen has to go.
Josh Allen's gotta go, leaving us with Kyler Murray. I don't think that's a bad decision at all.
Yeah.
All right,
I think very well could be that.
Well, let's just go ahead and play a little devil's advocate. Kyler Murray or Derrick Henry? Who are you eliminating? Esfand.
Man, I know people are obsessed with quarterbacks, but Derrick Henry does an incredible amount for his team. In fact, he's on track, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's on track for almost 2,100 yards for over 2,100 yards.
17-game season.
Yeah, I think because of the 17-game season, I think he's probably going to break the all-time single-season rushing record. I think at the pace that he's going right now, if he keeps it up at the current pace, and I don't know if Kyler Murray will keep up what he's doing, I think Derrick Henry will. I think Derrick Henry could make a legitimate bid for MVP. I think he could be the MVP. Yeah.
I thought we were talking about right now, not what they can do later.
Yeah, but I mean, just think about it, right?
It's all
I'm making a projection.
This is our show. We can speculate how much we want. Well, Kyler Murray is.
I'm making him on Madden, just like Dez said.
Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals is our Let's Go Football through 7 weeks MVP. And coming up, we have a former Arizona Cardinals coach, Dr. Jen Welter, who was the coach with the Cardinals, and Bruce Arians when he was there. She was the first female coach in NFL history. But more importantly, you can watch her on Thursday Night Football all season, going against me and Esfand here in predictions and getting her very professional takes on Thursday Night Football. Speaking of Thursday Night Football, we got the Broncos and Cleveland going against each other this week in Thursday Night Football. Chat, we need to know who you got. Let us know in the chat. We'll see you all in 3 minutes. This is Let's Go Football. coming back.
Put Tom Brady on that line and see what happens right now.
We basically just did 3 minutes of the show off screen with Coach Jen Welter, who is joining us. I just want to say, chat likes Cleveland if Baker Mayfield's healthy. But let's give a shout out right here. Our first guest today is Coach Jen Welter. Jen was the first female coach in history with the Arizona Cardinals. She's also doing the Twitch simulcast on Thursday Night Football, just like me and Esfand. Chad, if you got any questions for Coach Jen, make sure you hit us up with them. But let's start off talking about Thursday Night Football.
Hold on.
With you.
First thing.
Yes.
I would not say I do it just like you and Esfand. I would say I do it my way. And, they might want to check out what that is. Just saying. Call it a woman's touch, call it a football mind, whatever you want to call it, just call it.
Well, I just want to say your way is not working on predictions, because right now I'm sitting in first place on the season on predictions over both of y'all, over everybody, all right?
Oh, wait, okay. Please talk some smack when Twitch didn't have the predictions for mine for the first game, so it doesn't even matter.
What happened last week? What happened this last week? What happened last week, all right?
Well, I was more
money.
Hold on.
You're below me. You and Esfand are below me, all right?
I'm never below you, honey. Let's get that straight. But anyway, they're predictions. Let's talk football. If you want to talk Thursday Night Football, what's your matchup? Okay, you've got to beat up Baker, who took 3 sacks, 16 pressures. My boy Marcus Golden was a monster with 2 sacks and three pressures. That opened up your J.J. Watt to get his first sack, and he also had 3 sacks. So on a short week, Baker Mayfield is beat up. He is not going to look too good. We know that shoulder's also a question. But then again, he's going against turnover Teddy, who had 4 turnovers in the last game. So if we're expecting it to be high scoring, it's only going to be if the defense gets the balls and takes it for a whole bunch of pick sixes.
So
y'all calling him turnover Teddy now? Oh my gosh.
After the last game, he's definitely turnover Teddy.
Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is normally he's good with the ball.
But look, that's the problem.
One bad game.
Look, but that's the problem, right? Like, this is the problem of the last game. With that defense, we need him to put ball security at the forefront of the equation. We don't need him to go out and do, Kyler Murray-esque things, right? You guys put him as your MVP, fine. We don't need on that Denver Broncos team. Teddy cannot be that guy. He wasn't built to be that guy. He has to control the football. Like, hello, baby. Don't let anybody take you from me. That's what we need from him, and that's what he did not do last game.
I just want to say, chat immediately was like, she's so gangster. Right away. Yeah. They're loving you. They're loving you, Coach Jen. Jen, so you're taking Cleveland this week then, if Baker's healthy?
I don't think Baker's healthy. That's the biggest thing. My big thing to watch going into this game was he is facing one of the most fearsome, you could call them the fearsome foursome, but they're not really, but, with the fearsome front, right, of the Arizona Cardinals that had Les Chandler. JJ's finally got the shiny penny, and Marcus Golden did what I know he does. So Baker Mayfield is shook right now, and he's injured. What I said, if Baker comes into this game banged up, and by the way, his 2 running backs are both out, you're going to have problems on that offense. We know now they're going to have to throw the ball, which means what? We're going to send pressure all day long. We're going to hopefully keep him on his face. And then what we need Teddy to do is actually maintain the football. I think overall, the Browns are a much better team, but you could see a spoil from the Broncos simply because of the matchups that they had last week on a short week. You cannot discount that.
We see this no prediction right there from Coach
Absolutely.
Jen right there. I love it. I love it. That was beautiful. Jen, let's talk a little bit about your former team at the Arizona Cardinals, who just put a whooping on the Cleveland Browns. How good are the Cardinals, and can anyone stop them this year?
The Cardinals, I said from the beginning, if you guys go back and check the tape, I had them as being in the Super Bowl this year. And everybody looked at me and said they were crazy. But I said, okay, now we have JJ. Now we have Marcus Golden. Murray has more targets. They are fire and ice to me, meaning when the Cardinals fire on all cylinders, they are ice cold. But they have to stay together. And that means we have to put pressure. We have to let Budda Baker get there. We lost a few pieces with, I didn't like seeing Peterson go. That's my guy. But other teams that could stop him, they could have trouble with the Rams. I do like the Cowboys up top, and depending on matchups, you know, you could see defenses that play really sound, really fundamental football and keep Kyler contained. That could be the equation. You cannot let him get out. You cannot let him extend plays. You cannot let him beat you. So you have to realize he's going to make plays, but you have to cage him in, contain him, and then you have to balance the game so that that fearsome front cannot get firing and take you out of the equation.
Not gonna lie, I like your play with words right there with the fire and the ice. I was wondering what you were going with that, you know. No, but I think they're a solid team. That's why I got Kyler as my MVP. I think he'll win MVP. They're definitely not going undefeated. Gotti Max, I promise you that. That's not happening. But I still don't think they're the best team in their division, though. I think the Rams are the best team in the division. I think they're solid all around the board. I think they have a good O-line, good D-line, good secondary. And like Cooper Kupp is having a phenomenal year. And their DBs are good, but I don't think they have anybody that can truly hold him. And the only thing that's a downfall for the Rams is that they don't have, Cam Akers. And they have Henderson. He's a good player, but he's not Cam Akers. So I think that's going to be the tussle. But I think both of them might end up in the NFC Championship. I think that's going to be a divisional game for who goes to the Super Bowl.
That'd be insane. Insane.
Definitely will. I like it. What do you think about the addition of Zach Ertz?
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Like, to be able to have Zach Ertz. Max Williams was good, but Zach Ertz used to be one of the best tight ends in the league at one point. And he's still a really, really productive player. You've seen that this week in the Thursday night game. So just to have his production has gone down not because of his ability, but his team's capabilities. So you take a guy like that and you put him on a fire team, he's about to tell them all that they lost the best thing. That's like that X that goes on and gets super hot. He's about to do that. Yeah. Hey, Dr. Jen, we got this chat has a nice question right here. What do we guys think? Who's more likely to go undefeated? I like this one.
Oh, dude. Before the season, the Lions watched them deeply. Before the season, I said we're going winless this season. I said that
winless
before the season.
Look,
we're going 0-17 this year. We're not a good football team. We're preparing for the future. We need the #1 draft pick. Let's lose them all, baby. Lose them all.
Look, I want to know how you define a win, though, because if your coach talking the most smack is counted as a win, then you guys already have one. Because he's biting kneecaps. He's asking for real Lions. I was like, what is
I'm crying on
I'm not sure that Campbell is a good coach at football, but I love him. I absolutely love him. I don't know if he can coach football. I love him. I don't care.
Look, if the XFL was back in its original format where we had total smack talking and cheerleaders and
WWE
almost
style.
The replacements, he's my guy. I don't know him personally other than this, but I love his press conferences. He wins on press conference.
Who y'all drafted with the first pick? Y'all needed that bad.
I don't know. We need, honestly, for me, I always
feel the first pick to get a lot of second rounders.
When we have a team this bad, I just want to sew up the O-line. You know what I mean? That would be where I would want to go. With that. Not like a #1 quarterback coming out. Anyway, let's not talk about the Lions. Why do we got to always bring up the Lions? Let's move on from the Lions.
Let's
talk a little bit about Arizona again. They just won with their coach sitting at home, and Chandler Jones for the record. Their coach sitting at home with COVID. Is this a testament to how good the team is or how good the coaching staff is where they can prepare even though their coach isn't around, Coach Jen?
Well, first of all, it's a little bit of both. They're saying that their coach isn't in the building does not mean he's not around. And in fact, he is probably like this on tape because he's so mad that he's not there. So you could actually see a little more evil genius because he's not even having to get into his car to go back and forth to the facility. He's sitting there micro-focused on the computer and probably has eyes in practice that are it's like hovering around. He probably has his own little drone self being coming into the drills. So when you say he's not around, he is definitely around, even though he is not in the building. I think having Chandler Jones not being there and showing how productive and aggressive they still were out of that fearsome front, like that tells you why the dogs are in the hunt in Arizona, right? Like you got JJ, you got Marcus, you got Chandler, like these guys are going to bring it all season long. And any quarterback who is not able to escape that, which is tough and doesn't have the O-line, like you should start thinking about what Mahomes looked like last year in the Super Bowl when his offensive tackles were out. Like that's what you're going to see. So realize, yes, it speaks to the depth of the Cardinals, but though he is not in the building, that does not mean he's not in the game. And they are good, right? Like people don't think about them in that top tier a lot of the times, but I called them and the Rams to be the top 2 in their division early in the season. And I said, if you have all of these things and now putting a dog tight end, hello, that's the mismatch of every offense, right? Linebackers don't like to be in coverage. We think we're D linemen in bigger bodies, right? Like if I was bigger, I'd be on D line. Well, you're not, but we still are run first, right? We're still run first defenders, which means pass second. So from a size strength perspective, those tight ends represent a mismatch. You don't want a safety on them. A linebacker may or may not be their special sauce to cover them. So getting a good tight end on that offense will help open up some other things as well.
My favorite thing is when Ryan disagrees with one of us, he just shakes his head like with just disgust. You know what I mean? He's like, Ryan's like, nah, man, I'll cover Zach Ertz all day. I'd have covered him all day.
I was a linebacker, defensive lineman. I know how it is, but the tight ends, when you get a good one, right? The size speed combination does create a mismatch. Not with every linebacker, not with every safety, but in general, it is a pain point for most teams, right? Like I'm not talking about one dog that can't get in the hunt. Like I used to have cover tight ends. I'd be like, bet, bring it, right? You're slow and I'm going to jump you. But it's not normal that teams have someone on defense where they're typically a little bit smaller, right? Especially from your safety, depending on if you have that special guy who can go 1-for-1 with a great tight end. That is a facet that the Cardinals were not capitalizing on offense. And it'll give Kyler somebody closer to the ball, little safety release valve at times. We've seen what he can do when he's in tune with his quarterback. And I think this makes their offense more multifaceted and will allow Kyler to have a little bit of an outlet too.
No, I agree. I completely agree. I'm not really a coach basher, but one thing I got to say is I'm not a big fan of Cliff Kingsbury. I think this is more of the team than Cliff on this end, like with him not being there. No, shade. I'm just no, it's not shade. It's just I understand that it's a lot of good coaches out there. But I think this is a really good team. And
let's move on to someone I think we all agree is a really good coach. Bruce Arians right there. You worked for him, Coach Jen. Let's talk a little bit about his philosophy, I guess. Like what makes him so special?
Well, first of all, he is a player's coach and has been known as a player's coach for a very long time. And by the way, guys, you will appreciate this. He credits his ability to read players and read players' eyes to his time as a bartender. He said, if I can reach you, I can teach you, and I have got to get to know you in order to be able to show you. So he credits his time tending bar with how he tends to his teams. He also is somebody who will, as he says, coach you hard and then love you harder later. So don't expect to be free from a little BA chewing, but it does mean he believes you're capable of something better. He is not the one you want to be on the side of that. You see that face that goes so bright red. It is kind of terrifying, but he will come back later and explain what it was about. The last thing I would say is he really recognizes talent where talent is, even if the packaging looks different. And let's look at what he is building in Tampa. Let's give him credit. He was the first person to help break that glass sidelines by hiring the first female coach. He was overlooked for a very long time in his own coaching career. He actually thought he was done. But after his time in Pittsburgh, he was done. Pagano called him and said, let's give it one more run. He ended up as the interim head coach, won Coach of the Year when Chuck Pagano got cancer, and then got his shot at Arizona. So being late to that game after being one of the youngest Division I head coaches, he felt he was overlooked and underappreciated. So he will not do the same in his. He will find talent where it lies. That's why he has 2 women on his coaching staff right now. And oh, by the way, all of his coordinators are men of color, because he said, once I get to the dance and it's my dance to determine, I'm going to make sure that I use my power to put other people in place.
No, I think he's a great coach. He's definitely probably the best coach in the NFL right now. And like you said, he finds talent. And I love the fact that he's getting everybody involved. He's making the sidelines diverse. He's bringing women to the game of football. Because like you said, there's a lot of people that are great coaches that aren't even getting opportunities. Like, for instance, Byron Leftwich last year, he should have definitely got a head coach opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, and he's one of the greater offensive coordinators in the NFL. But I do have a but. You
do? Wait, turn up and prove it. Hold on, stand up.
No.
You said you have a but?
I do have a but. And the reason I have a but right
that
here.
kind. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
The reason I have a but. Hey, no, I'm not turning in and showing my butt. I'm sorry. But my butt is, he's a great coach.
I think I got him to blush, guys.
He is a good coach. But the one thing I have to say is, when you have literally a Pro Bowler or All-Pro at every position, like, come on, man. Like it's almost like not fair when it comes to coaching.
Oh, stop hating! You played on the Steelers in the 10s, man. You
No. I agree. But look, when Ben Roethlisberger was hurt or something like that, Coach Tomlin would still find a way to have a positive season with that. You know, so like when you have a good team, you have to win, and I agree with that. And that's what I'm saying. He's a great coach, because there's a lot of coaches that have great teams and lose. Well, but it does help when you have Tom Brady. You have 3 running backs that almost were all pro or are first rounders. Your whole receiving core, goddamn, gonna go to the damn almost Hall of Fame. Your tight ends, they're gonna go to the Hall of Fame. You know, like OJ Howard and Brady, but they're still, both of those are starting tight ends somewhere else. Their O-line can start in the whole league. Their D-line can start for the whole league. And then their linebackers is the best score. That's what I'm saying.
They're good, and you're hating on them for being too good.
I'm not hating on them. No.
We got the best coach in the league here, Coach Esfand, anyway. And we're going to get everyone. We're going to get everyone's. We're going to play a little game here. We play this every week. It's another round of Pick 6 going on. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to put out 3 polls for a total of 6 minutes, and you guys have to weigh in and tell us the right answer while chat votes. Don't forget to vote in the poll chat. You got to hover over the Control Plus icon on the right side of your screen. If you're on mobile, just turn your phone vertical and click the extension. It's right there. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do our first question. Jen, your Cardinals are undefeated. The Bucs are 5-1 with your former coach. We got to give it. Who is the best team in the NFC right now? Our options are the Cardinals, the Cowboys, the Packers, the Rams, or the Bucs. Coach Esfand, I want to get your view on this first here.
Bucs or Cardinals?
Well, Bucs, you got the Bucs, Cardinals, the Rams, or the Cowboys, or the Packers. You can take any.
Best team.
You can take the Lions if you want. It'd be wrong, but.
Can we
just
throw
the
out the other division?
Best team in the NFC. That's the poll question.
Best team in the NFC right now. Man, I was really high on the Rams for a while. I don't even know if I should be saying this, but I'm actually starting to lean towards the Cowboys, or they're moving up.
Wow.
I'm leaning towards the Cowboys moving up a little bit, and.
All right. That's fantastic of the Cowboys. Ryan, who you got?
I'm going to say Cowboys. I'm going to say Cowboys.
The best team in the NFC is obviously the Los Angeles Rams.
Obviously the Los Angeles Rams. And I have to remind you, the Cardinals beat them by 14. Coach Jen, who is the best team in the NFC?
Well, the Cowboys are the best team in their division. But that's not hard, because it is the NFC least. I do love what the Cowboys are doing. However, I'm going with the Cardinals to be the best team right now.
Dude, someone get Coach Jen her own show. She's incredible. I'm not saying don't.
We'll see at the end of the year.
We'll see at the end of the year on Thursday.
Look, we said we said right now. Right,
right
like-
now.
right
Right
now.
now.
And
Oh, right
that's
now.
the biggest
right
thing.
now. Oh.
Right now, we said who is the best
The Cardinals.
right,
the Cardinals
now.
right now. Right now, the Cardinals.
Right
Right.
now,
He's coachable, guys. I like it. You could play on my team. I'll take
Right
it.
now. Right now is the Cardinals.
Can
But
you
later-
imagine
No, you got it. No, Ryan, you got to stick with your Rams pick. You got to stick with your
Ryan-
Cowboys pick. You can't go back on it. Let's,
no, you know what?
Ryan-
I'm going to double down on the Cowboys. You know why?
Double down.
It's.
please.
I feel like the Cowboys.
Because they don't have any competition in their division.
But
Is that why
it
you're
does-
doubling down? Because that's kind of
week
what it is.
to week, but week to week, they
They got everything.
they are getting better and better at showing
You
that
just
they're
said
such
they're
a
the best team
well-rounded
right
team.
now, and Dak's in a boot.
But I
He's
Hey,
booted and
give-
booted
hey.
right now.
hey, give him 2 boots. He'll go out there and he'll still throw 400 yards. Okay, that's how damn good Dak Prescott is. Okay,
No,
he's gonna
sir.
go out there, throw
Who's your
400
backup,
yards.
by the way? Hold on. Who's your backup, by the
Well,
way?
that-
Hey, you know what their backup is? Their
agreed.
backup is Dak's left arm. He's just gonna throw it.
That agreed with Coach Jen right there. Coach Jen was right with the Cardinals at 37%, which actually that's a little bit lower than I thought. I thought Cardinals would dominate that. They're undefeated.
Look,
They beat the Rams by 14.
all I
don't
wanna
know why
say,
I have to keep
guys-
reminding people of this, that they beat the Rams by 14. Second
how much-
question.
How much?
A lot of
do you
people beat
love
the Lions
playing-
by 14. A lot of people
Everybody,
beat the
but yeah, the
Lions.
Bengals just beat him by 38. The second question, Trayvon Diggs' buzz is getting out of control after his pick 6. He tied an NFL record with 7 picks in the first 6 games. The hype is getting so huge that the NFL even changed their Twitter bio to Trayvon Diggs intercepted this bio. Now the
No
question
way.
here, yeah,
I
Yes,
didn't know they had a sense of humor. I'm so impressed by that.
yeah. So the question is, that's the only amount of fun they're allowed to have, right there.
Okay,
You know,
all right.
Adele,
And
Adele
is
called
it-
the social media manager
Isn't that
right
time?
afterwards.
Isn't that time?
Don't
Isn't that
celebrate.
time?
The question is, who is your defensive player of the year right now? Our options are Trayvon Diggs, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, or other. That is your 4th option. You're allowed to pick other. Chat, don't forget to get your vote in. We're going to start with Ryan on this one. Ryan, who's your defensive player of the year so far?
So I have to talk about this a little bit before I pick. So Trayvon Diggs, everybody's loving him right now. But the thing is, you can't give up the most yards, but then also have the most picks, and then people say you're the defensive player of the year. That means he gets 7 targets a game. If he was an island, like everybody says, Revis got 1, 2. It was 1 year, Revis got 50 targets in the season. And he already has 45 targets this season. So people see something over there that they're not scared of, but he's just taking advantage of 1. So I'm gonna have to go with TJ Watt. He's getting 2 sacks. He's the only player in the NFL right now with 2+ sacks in 3 games. So come on, man, I gotta go with TJ.
Coach Esfand, I mean, I gotta ask you this Trayvon Diggs, mockery here. Who do you got? Who's your defensive player of the year?
I'll be honest. I
Take your
agree.
hometown team.
I agree on Trayvon Diggs being a little bit overrated. I think that the perfect example of that was the end of the Cowboys-Patriots game that we saw where, hey, Trayvon Diggs makes the big play. Patriots can go down and score and win the game. What happens? Trayvon Diggs, pick 6. The fanfare, oh, here we go again. Pick number 7, all this stuff. And then literally next drive, boom, he lets up a 75-yard touchdown. And I think we've talked about it over and over again where, yes, he just gives up so many yards. And like Ryan just said, it's not like Revis Island. It's not like he's not getting any targets. He's getting a ton of targets because they think they can throw against him. And I want to say Myles Garrett should be MVP. I want to say Myles Garrett, but I'm going to go with TJ Watt. And the difference for me is the turnovers. I think he's forced 3 fumbles this year. And I think TJ Watt's got 7 sacks. Myles Garrett's got 8. And but the difference is turnovers. I think his 3 forced fumbles. I'm pretty
Coach
sure. I gotta
Jen, who you
check
got?
that.
Well, to me, I agree on Diggs. You don't target him if they're that good, right? You just don't. Now, he's jumping, which means he can get interceptions, but that means he's going to make some not so good plays too, which means he's going to need safety coverage if he's going to play that way. So his defensive coaches do need to adjust, but offenses are going to adjust too. Don't expect him to have that much picks unless there as that many picks going forward, unless offenses are trying to pick on him and getting him to be greedy. So it will not last. It is fun. I love that the NFL actually changed their Twitter handle. I did not know that. That made me smile quite a bit. That might have been their play of the season so far. But player of the season, I'm going to shout out two. I'm going to agree with you that the best playing right now is TJ. I think Chandler's numbers would have been up there if he was still in there. And with Marcus Golding starting to fire, and with JJ, big brother JJ getting his first sack, look for Chandler's numbers to open back up. So I'm going with those. I like my dogs up front because the stuff in the secondary doesn't generally happen if they're not doing their job as well.
Well, chat, 46% of chat said Trayvon Diggs. And Trayvon, I feel like this is going to be a very yin and yang year for this man. Like, people are just going to... Yeah, people are just going to keep talking about it. Last question here. You're an owner of a brand new NFL franchise. What's up?
I just want to throw one more thing in there because I feel like we talk about the big names all the time. And we talked about the Cardinals a little bit and how, things are going to pick up for Chandler Jones maybe. Somebody who I don't think anybody is really talking about, but I think he's so solid is Jordan Hicks, linebacker for the Cardinals.
Well, I would love to talk about him, but we don't have time right now. I'm sorry. Let's pretend we're picking our last pick. We're pretend we're a brand new NFL franchise. We can pick any coach in the league. Who are you picking? Your choices are Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, Cliff Kingsbury, Bruce Arians, or Sean McVay. Jen, we're going to start with you. Who are you picking?
I'm going with the outside pick on this one. Because it's a brand new franchise, I want a young guy who I think can build it and will make it last for a long time. I think that's Sean McVay and the Rams where they are now. I think Sean McVay is going to be in this game a really long time, and if you give him the ability to build it with the right pieces, he'll do a darn good job.
Coach Esfand, who you taking?
I'm gonna go with McVay. Actually, I agree. I'm gonna go with McVay. I like McVay a lot.
Brian Shazier, go ahead.
So we can't do other because I definitely see a coach that's better than a few of the coaches in here. But I'm gonna have to go with Bill, and the reason I'm gonna go with Bill is because Bill has done it before. He got a franchise that literally has never won and turned them into a 6-time champion. And it could be a little bit of Tom, it could be a little bit of Bill, but Bill is also the GM of that team.
He's also the GM.
He is the one that found Tom. So I'm gonna have to go with Bill because he has a great defense and he understands how to win. Right now, I know it's tough for him.
By the way,
what about a little Tomlin?
That's why I said. That's why I said. Yeah.
Real quick though, chat. If your poll isn't working, just go ahead and refresh your channel and it will work again. But yeah, would you? I was gonna say Tomlin. Tomlin's also still really young.
No. But we don't have a Tomlin. That's why I said, can we say other? Because the thing is, because I would definitely say Coach Tomlin. I feel like Coach Tomlin. It's not many coaches that started their career off and never had a losing season. Like that's unheard of. And then even right now, everybody's like the Steelers trash. But at the end of the day, Coach Tomlin is still figuring out a way to get W's. It might not be pretty, but he's finding out ways to get W's. And that's what you need as a coach. And then another good coach is Pete Carroll. But the thing is, I will go, if I have my option, I'm going with Coach Tomlin. So we'll go with Coach Tomlin.
Look, I'm going
if we go through the
somebody
options
young.
here.
Yeah.
Listen, I would go with somebody young, but I'm just saying for this situation, I will go with Bill because Bill has built up.
I would just say that I would go with McVay if for no other reason, and I agree with Chat. If no other reason, you can make a 12 months of Sean McVay shirtless calendar and sell that bad boy and just really, really get the franchise going right away. Guy's so dreamy.
You just
anyway,
said dreamy. Wait, I can't
dreamy.
wait dreamy and football coach in the same sentence. I think I've been around them too long.
Well, he's a hottie. I mean, I was distracted on that Thursday night game every time they clapped.
I've been accused of the same, so like I can't help it. But still, like,
well,
come on.
Dr. Coach Jen here, Dr. Coach Jen Welter. I'm giving you the full title here. Thank you so much for joining us. You can check out her dreamy stream Thursday Night Football on her Twitch channel this week, where she will be getting her butt whipped by me in predictions again.
And And yet in actual football, I will whoop your butt. Yeah, predictions.
Absolutely. But that's not the game we're playing here on Twitch. This week it's Teddy turnover in the Broncos against hurt Baker Mayfield and the Browns.
Beat up Baker.
Beat up Baker and turnover Teddy.
Which Baker, the commercial maker.
Yeah, which QB would you rather have right now? Let us know in the chat during the break. Thank you again, Coach Jen, for joining us. We're going to have AustinShow as our next guest coming up in just a minute. So hang out for more Let's Go Football. World.
I don't have access.
Welcome back to Let's Go Football. Before we bring in our next guest, you may have noticed that DirecTV Stream has joined us as a sponsor of Let's Go Football. Stick around a little later in this segment for your chance to participate in the DirecTV Stream Pick'em Challenge. Great to have DirecTV Stream with us on Let's Go Football. We're super happy to have them as a sponsor. We're now joined, though, by AustinShow. Austin is a content creator for 100 Thieves and the host of a dating show, Love or Hosts. Esfand, you know about that show? You were on that show?
I'm Austin is a very, very close friend of mine, actually. So, yes, we're very excited to have you on, dude. Very, very excited.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Host to lover host, actually in the 100 Thieves compound right now, and also massive Vikings fan, which is how I ended up here on this show today.
New man on the Minnesota Vikings.
That's right. I'm looking for one.
This is how close of a friend Austin is here. I got a picture of him and Ludwig. Just sitting right there. Yeah, on my mantle.
How did you get that picture of Ludwig and I, and how did you frame it?
Don't worry about it, dude.
Nobody's ever seen that picture. Where did that go? How did you get that picture?
Every time I walk into my room to stream, I just take a look at Austin and Ludwig, and I'm happy. That's all.
Wow, that's how close we are, folks. Right there.
Hey, Austin, can guys that are married come on a dating show?
If your wife's okay with it.
I'm not asking for me. I'm not asking.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey,
for me, baby.
Hey, if it's anything like last week, he might be asking for E-Rob's girl.
It wouldn't have been the first time somebody married came on my dating show. Okay. No.
Yeah, I probably that's not working in my house.
Oh my God.
She doesn't find out.
No, she's not. I'm not. That's not happening at all.
Someone in chat said, wait, there are Vikings. Of course there's Vikings fans. Get out of here.
Are you kidding me?
Speaking of which, the Vikings fans have been through, what do I want to say? A bit of a heart attack season so far. 2 overtime games, 2 games decided by last-second field goals. It's only week 7. How are you surviving this season?
It's been an emotional roller coaster. I'd say, overall, I'm real. That's funny. I'm real. I'm real optimistic about this team. I mean, obviously, I'm a Vikings fan. I'm always optimistic about my team because, I'm such a passionate fan. But this season, it really felt like we should have won most of the games most of those tight games. I mean, you go into overtime against Cincinnati in week 1. Dalvin Cook fumbles in Cincinnati territory. Then you go to week 2 at Arizona, and our field goal kicker misses a field goal, a 38-yard field goal with a chance to win the game. And then I think next week we would beat Seattle. The only game that I really felt like we were never really going to win is the Cleveland game. The rest of them, I felt like we let them slip away. And last week this past Sunday, we almost let that slip away. But yeah, it's been a heart attack. I mean, I've been an emotional wreck. That Arizona game almost killed me emotionally. I was depressed all week long. But you know what? I think we got a great football team. The defense has really been stepping up, and it's starting to look like a traditional Mike Zimmer defense. And Kirk Cousins, everything they say about Kirk Cousins, he's been playing out of his mind every week, putting the team in a position to win. I'm really excited about the team. We lost our cornerback this week, but hopefully he's not on IR for too long, and we can get back and be healthy. So yeah.
Also, I have a true question. Like, as a Vikings fan, do y'all ever go into season think y'all can win the Super Bowl?
Every year, I think maybe I could win the Super Bowl this year. So I'm dead serious. Every year I go in thinking, who knows, right? Because I'll tell you, because the year as a Vikings fan, usually the years you don't expect it is when they make the best run. Like when Case Keenum, in 2017 when they got to the NFC Championship game.
Case Keenum.
Hey, Minneapolis Miracle. I was at that game too. It was amazing.
So Austin, you know how the Lions are always like the bottom of the pack team. You guys are always like a middle of the pack team. Like it's like
I know.
So it's just like
it's like the worst it should be.
It's like we're good enough, but we're actually not that good. So it's just
I'd kill to be a middle of the pack team.
No, here's why being middle of the pack is bad. It's because you don't, and as a Cowboys fan, I can tell you that there's just when you're sitting like 8-8, right? Or I guess now it's 8-9, or it'd be somewhere in the 9-8 maybe. But when you're sitting there, there's no we got a high draft pick. It's either you're doing really good or you have hope for the future. And whenever you're just stuck right there in the middle, it's just hey, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Because there's just no hope. They're like, maybe we'll be good. I don't know.
They just do just enough to keep you locked in for maybe a potential playoff run or Super Bowl. Because once it's anybody's after you make the playoff. It's anybody's game. But you know what? If we could just get Aaron Rodgers out of the damn division, then maybe we could have a shot. But he won't get out of the way. And, quit being so damn good.
Well,
He's coming to the Steelers, so don't worry.
Yeah, well, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, it's hard. Like, even as a division, as a Lions fan, like, I kind of love Aaron Rodgers. I respect the hell out of him as much as I hate him. He had a moment with Bears fans this week. Let's go ahead and watch that tape. Best moment of the weekend, by the way.
Packers. It's Rodgers running for the score. Right on cue, Joe. Packers. It's Rodgers running for the score.
All of my life, I own you. I still own you.
Hey,
guys.
Here's the deal.
so Pooh like one question I have to ask really though, like, y'all better not talk shit to him because I can't even imagine what he's gonna say to you guys.
Oh, I don't even think he cares about talking to our fans. Like, I don't even. Yeah, I mean, like, the fact that he owns the Lions is not even debatable. You know what I mean? I think we have 3 wins against him. Only 1 at home. Only 1 in Green Bay. But I mean, let's talk about this though a little bit. Is this okay to talk smack to the fans like that?
You know what? This is what happens when you make a taunting penalty for every little thing that you do. They can't direct it at the opposing team, so then you got to direct it at someone. It's coming out anyway. So, like, what are you gonna do? I mean, hey, like, fans are right there. They're talking shit to you all game. Like, here, I'm one of those people that if somebody talks shit to you, like, hey, be ready for it to come back. You know what I mean? And I don't like this whole, hey, you got to be better than that. You got bullshit. Like, if somebody is willing to talk shit to you, then they got to be willing to take it back. Because then all of a sudden it's like, people are like, oh, what the hell's wrong with you, man? And it's like, what do you mean? He's the one who said something first. You know, every time he scores a touchdown, anytime he runs by that sideline, he's getting heckled by people every single time.
Austin's bringing a lot of new viewers, by the way. Austin, I gotta ask, what was better fan smack right here? Was it Aaron Rodgers saying "I own you," or was it the Randy Moss mooning Green Bay fans?
Oh, Randy Moss mooning Green Bay fans was one of the most iconic. I remember that game. That was what popped my Vikings cherry. That was my first. I was 11 years old, January 9th, 2004, at Lambeau. Dante Culpepper, Randy Moss, touchdown. Randy goes, moons the Packers audience. Joe Buck has a complete meltdown. Yeah. The fake moon, iconic, and will go down in history as one of the more iconic moments. I don't think it's even close. I think everybody's going to forget about this Aaron Rodgers thing next week.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I miss that so much about football. Yeah. I miss the extracurricular, like when you had guys like when you had Chad Johnson, T.O., Randy Moss, a great example.
Part of the game.
It's part of the game. Let the show be the show, right? Because a lot of times, I just want to add, like, it's, we can sit here and we can talk X's and O's, and like, I'm a football nerd. Like, I love talking about that stuff. But there's a lot of people who they want to sit down, they want to turn on the game, and they want to see the fireworks, right? Yeah. They want to see T.O. as an Eagle run out onto the star and boom, do the thing, and then they come in, they're disrespected. He ends up being a Cowboy eventually. Like, it adds so much to the storylines of the NFL. It's so good.
As a fan, I love when the crowd and the stadium and the players get rowdy. I love when there's smack talk. The fans are into it. They're booing. They're getting rowdy. They're getting nasty. As long as nobody's getting hurt and they're not throwing stuff into the stands, I'm all for it. I think it adds to the energy, and I think it adds to the fun of the sport.
Yeah, so I actually had a teaching moment with my son this weekend, right? So I took my 6-year-old son to the game with me, and we're sitting in the suite. We're sitting in the suite with my other friend, and their son, like a huge Steelers fan, and then something happened in the game, and like everybody's like boo, right? Like everybody's just like booing like crazy. And then my son started to boo, and I'm like, hey, don't ever boo, right? As a player, like, because like I was like, RJ, like, don't ever boo, because these are like people, you know what I'm saying? Like, so think about it. I was like, imagine you go to the dentist. Imagine, like, as a player. So to me, I'm cool with Aaron Rodgers coming back, because if you boo me, then you give me the right to talk shit back to you. But like this is what I was telling my son. I was like, don't boo, because I'm like, these are people doing their job, and they're actually good at their job, but like they might have a bad day or whatever, right? I was like, imagine if you was a dentist and the dentist like pricks your tooth, and you like, boo, you fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
imagine if that happens. Imagine if that happens. That's the same thing when it comes to like sports. You know what I'm saying?
You're
But
saying
like,
don't boo anybody, opposing team or home team.
no.
no, it's like
So,
when it's like the
I would
fans
just-
and the players. What you're talking
I
about?
see.
It's
I
weird.
Yeah. No, like for me, my son, he was like, hey, I want to play football or whatever. And I said, hey, like RJ, don't boo, because like to me, like I know what it feels like to be booed. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it didn't bother me getting booed because like it fueled my fire. You know what I'm saying? But like imagine if somebody, like obviously on Twitch and stuff, we know like people are like trolls in the chat. But like imagine if you just had like a regular job, you're a baker, and somebody goes to the bank and like, boo, you fucking suck. Like imagine if somebody did that to
Count
you.
them 20s.
Well, yeah, you show up and he's like, man, I'm
garbage.
You know what I'm saying?
Chase
Right.
Bank.
You know,
Bank
like
of America.
most people, like if you do that to them, like they'll be in their feelings. But like they boo you in a sport, they feel like it's okay.
I've had shows before on Twitch where literally it's been so bad that I've been booed in the Twitch chat. Like it's filled with boos, that not just people typing boos, which is almost worse than actually getting yelled at because it takes a lot more
And the
energy.
tomato
When they type it
emoji.
out, they have time to think about it before they hit enter. So.
So like I'm cool with it. So like imagine this person like flicked them off or whatever. You fucking suck, Aaron Rodgers. Like, you give me the right to talk shit.
Now on this show, like.
No, they said we could curse. They said we just don't go.
It's all good.
Oh well.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like they just said, but the thing is, I was just like, if somebody does that to me, you giving me the right to do that. You know, but like for instance, if my son is 6, if he does that now he think it's okay to boo like another kid in a little league game or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Good,
to call
it's
it
a good
that.
teaching moment.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we do. As they pointed out, we do boo the bakers. It's called Yelp. Let's move on to our Pick'em challenge. It's time for the DirecTV Stream Pick'em challenge. Plug into the best of live TV and on demand with DirecTV Stream. In case you all don't know how this works on Let's Go Football, Austin is going to pick the winners from 3 categories of games this week. Last week, E-Rob came on and made some picks. Let's see how E-Rob did. Show the graphic. E-Rob went 2 for 3. Chat went 3 for 3 though. That went 3 for 3. What did Ryan do? What did Ryan do this week? I want to know what Ryan was.
Don't pull me up. Don't pull me up.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought, Ryan. That's what I thought.
The one I got wrong was the Chargers. The one I got wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But, like,
anyway,
I only missed one this whole year. I missed one this whole year.
we will weigh in as Austin makes this pick too. But chat, we need your input on this. To vote in the polls, you just hover over the Control Plus icon on the right side of your screen, or turn your phone in the vertical direction. You click the box in the 3 lines, and boom, there is the poll. First category, upset special. We just need you to pick an upset here. Just the upset.
All right.
Our choices
I tell
are.
you what. Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, our choices. So you're picking between the Bengals and the Ravens, the Eagles upsetting the Raiders, or Washington upsetting the Packers. Who do you think are pulling the outright upset win, Austin?
Well, damn, I didn't know that the last one was an option. I'm gonna have to go Washington at Green Bay because that's where my heart's at, right there. I'd hope. I think realistically, in my mind, the Bengals are probably going to upset Baltimore. That's the most likely one. But you put Green Bay on the board, I'm going to pick the other team every day, all day, all day. I don't even care if I'm wrong. Fuck the Packers, and I hope they lose.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I want to say, I think Philadelphia. To be honest, I think they had a great game on Thursday. I think Jalen Hurts is. He needs all the help in the world, but the fact that they kept that game close was pretty impressive to me. I don't really know what's going to happen with the Raiders. I want to lean towards Philadelphia, personally.
Ryan, who's your pick? We need a little quick too.
I honestly think the Cincinnati can beat the Ravens, but I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles.
Eagles. All right. Chat is going to take. We're gonna get Chat's pick right here. Just for the record, I am also going with the Eagles. As much as I think Cincy could beat Baltimore, I think Baltimore is really good. I honestly do really think Baltimore is good. I think they're the best team in the AFC right now. I think Lamar Jackson's playing out of his mind. So I'm going to also take Philadelphia. Looks like chat is leaning to Cincy. We're gonna get these final full results here. Austin, I love the homer pick though. I love the anti-division pick.
Guys, look, on Sunday when Aaron Rodgers is, been sacked five to six times and he loses by 14 at home to Washington. Just remember this pick.
There you go.
Austin owns you, Aaron. Austin owns you.
Austin owns you. That's right, Aaron.
Cincinnati.
Which is not true. Come to Minnesota, Aaron. Do what Brett Favre did, please.
Cincinnati. Wouldn't that
I'll
be
hate you
wild?
until you come over. Brett Favre's my favorite quarterback of all time. That could be you, Aaron.
No Randall Cunningham, no Dante Culpepper.
I'm telling you,
no Warren Moon.
As a Vikings fan, see, I was
No Kirk Cousins.
I mean, I love Kirk. I love me some Kirk Cousins, but
We gotta move on anyway.
I love Brett Favre and what he did to the Packers. That was
We gotta move on anyway. Okay, chat took Cincinnati. Next one, who pulls off the tough home win? The Broncos against the Browns. The Titans versus the Chiefs, or the 49ers versus the Colts? Wait, Cleveland, Tennessee, and San Francisco are the home teams, right?
Oh, am I picking first?
Yeah, you're picking the home team. Yeah, who you got?
I'm gonna go Cleveland versus Denver. I mean, I think I know it's up in the air whether Baker Mayfield's gonna play or not. But I watched that Cleveland defense completely take out the entire Vikings. I mean, the Vikings we had no offense the game that we played Cleveland. I think we got a pretty good offense too. So I'm gonna take Cleveland versus Denver.
That's fair.
Cleveland versus Denver. I think that's a good one. I think the Browns are good. Denver is. I think the thing with Denver right now is you got a lot of question marks with the consistency of that team. Cortland Sutton has been very up and down. They've had some injuries. I'm gonna end up going with Tennessee. I think Tennessee against the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs defense is pretty suspect at this point, and I think the way the Titans are rolling and the way Derrick Henry is rolling, you just keep handing the ball. Just keep handing the ball, and he is just gonna just slowly wear you down, and I think that's the win for them. I think that's the team to go with.
Ryan,
The Chiefs have the worst defense I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Ever? I have to say.
It's pretty.
You're taking Tennessee as well.
Yeah, that's one of the worst defenses I've ever seen.
I'm taking Tennessee as well. All right, real quick side note, and real fast, just one word. Over under $145 for Derrick Henry this week.
Ooh, under.
Esfand. This is a
150 is a lot. I'm gonna go under. 150 is a lot.
Austin, over under 145 for Derrick Henry this weekend.
I'm gonna go. That's tough. Okay, over.
The fact that we're debating this, it just shows how good Derrick Henry is. Chat took Tennessee. I think that's the right pick too. I really do. I think Tennessee's gonna. I think Derrick Henry's might go for 225. Honestly, I'm not even joking. Last category, we got three big favorites going in. Bucks favored by 13.5 over the Bears. Rams favored by 15 over the Lions. Cardinals favored by 17 over the Texans, which is the biggest spread since the Chiefs were favored 20 over the Jets last year. They didn't cover for the record. Which one of these teams covers? Which one of these teams produces the biggest blowout this weekend? Tampa Bay, the Rams, or Arizona?
Look, I'm going with the against my division again. I'm going Tampa Bay versus Chicago. I think that's a very likely thing to happen with Tom Brady on the other side of the football.
That's fine.
I'm agreeing. Oh, no mind.
Yeah, Brian. We can go you, Ryan. Yeah, we can go.
I'm agreeing with GrandPooBear what he said at the beginning of the season.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, Austin.
I thought you were agreeing with me. Damn it.
No, I'm agreeing with GrandPooBear. At the beginning of the season, he said they're going to go 17-0, and this is another game that they're going to lose, and the Rams are going to beat the hell out of the Lions.
That's fine.
I think we had a conversation last week about the quarterback of the Houston Texans. Does anybody remember what his name is from last week?
David Mills, right?
No, David Mills. There you go.
Long neck David Mills.
Because
Looks like a
almost
Bronco.
nobody knew his name last
Davis.
week. I think, yeah, Davis. That's right. It is Davis. It's Davis, not David. But I think Arizona is just going to completely tear Houston a new one. Like, I mean, they have no chance. I think I'm going to go with Arizona over Houston. I think they're going to have the biggest blowout.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Detroit's covering this 15 right here, guys. Detroit is covering. I will guarantee.
I think they will too. I actually
that
think Detroit will
Detroit's
cover.
Detroit is covering 15, whereas I don't think. I don't know. I'm a betting man, and I would never take a 17-point favorite. Like, I would never be able to bet on Arizona at 17 points. Chat. Let's see who chat goes. I mean, Arizona by 17 is so many points, guys. It's so many points to take.
Oh, I think all these. I think in the NFL, I think all these are just completely absurd.
I think
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is the only one I would actually legitimately put money on. because
Hey,
they're
not a
gonna
Ram.
have to-
I'm going to
Yeah.
go out on a limb here and say Detroit's going to upset the Rams.
Really? Oh, can you
Hey.
imagine the drama?
But you know what? That's how sad the Lions franchise is. The rest of the division doesn't even care to root against us, guys.
Just clip it and ship it. Clip it and ship it. You know what? I just threw that out there because it'd be badass if that happened, and then that
Yeah.
flip for next week.
I'm telling you right now,
And
dude,
if you're wrong, nobody remembers.
Stafford, they're gonna know how to run Stafford. Anyway, Chat is taking the Arizona Cardinals. Right here, we got Austin's pick. He's taking Washington, Cleveland, and Tampa Bay. Chad is taking the Bengals, Tennessee, and Arizona. We are drastically different on this. Austin, I'm rooting for you. We're going to check in next week to see how well you did.
Me too. I'm rooting for me too. I hope the Packers lose. I hope the Bears lose, and God bless the Lions. I hope they get their first win this weekend.
Me too. That wraps up this week's DirecTV Stream Pick'em Challenge. Get your TV together with DirecTV Stream. For more information, visit directv.com/stream. Coming up, we've got Chargers running back, fantasy stud, co-founder of Gridiron Gaming Group, and he's one of Cliffy's players on his fantasy team. Austin Ekeler will join us. Cliffy's one of my buddies in chat. Chat, we're going to need your help. What do you want to hear from Austin? What do you want to know? What questions do you want to ask him in our next segment? Let us know in chat. This is Let's Go Football. Thank you, AustinShow, again.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you
Thanks,
next
Austin.
time. Take care.
Thanks for
Bye-bye now.
tuning in.
Thank you. Peace out.
Let's go. I got so much practice. I'm about to run over this. Let's go. Oh, baby. Oh, I'm out here. I'm out here, boy. I'm out here, boy. What's up? I'm gone, baby. I'm gone, baby. I'm gone. I'm back to the start. I'm back to the start.
Oh my God.
I'm gone again.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was some bull.
Oh, get loose, boy.
Oh yeah, give me that, boy.
Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
No, hey, I like that, bro. That's just so hard.
Welcome back to Let's Go Football. That was Star Chargers running back and co-founder of Gridiron Gaming Group, Austin Ekeler, who joins us now on the show. Austin, welcome. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. A little worse now after I saw that clip and reminded me of my Fortnite skills, but I'll be all right.
As someone whose literal only gaming skill is running and jumping, I can give you some tips next time. Don't worry.
I appreciate that.
That's all I do. I just run and jump. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us here on the show. We know you're a busy man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime I can get on a podcast, spread some love as far as content, connect with people. Hey, I'm all about it. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
What you been here, man?
You started Gridiron Gaming Group last year during the pandemic. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so just something you should know about me it'll be a theme as we continue to talk. It's just I'm just really big into community involvement and really, caring about people, whether it's my foundation, Gridiron Gaming Group, or an app that I'm actually working on. It's all about how I can help people and basically bring the best out of people. And that's by giving them resources for them to learn about themselves so they can better themselves as a person, right? So Gridiron Gaming Group started because I started streaming because I wanted to connect with my community. I was like, how can I connect in a time where, we can't really talk to each other, interact? I was like, let me try streaming. So I was streaming for a while and I was just seeing all the benefits that came from streaming. And it was like, man, like I could help other guys do this, other just people. And so I started a little group, basically got a little team together to help out, people stream, just athletes, influencers, just use their platform. And that's how Gridiron Gaming Group started, and started doing some big activations for like the Super Bowl, for the Indy 500, and for like the NFL draft. And we're looking to do more activations here in the future. Like I said, I've been creating an app, so it's kind of been on the back burner for now. But all started just to try to connect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. I think any ways, like you said, that you can do to connect and like interface with the community, especially going from just how media is changing, right? Like, I mean, you look at athletes like 20 years ago, right? Like we didn't have an opportunity to like interface with those people through Twitch, social media, all kinds of other stuff. So I think you taking an opportunity to do that is a really, really big deal, and really something probably more people should be doing.
Yeah, man. I honestly wish like more people, and just with platforms like specifically the NFL, would take advantage of community and like just understanding how connections work. Because look, you can't play football forever, so you got to have a plan for after football.
Yep.
But when you're playing football, if you go and connect with people, it sounds a lot better to them when they say, "Hey, I play for the Chargers," or "I played for the Steelers," or "I play for the Steelers," instead of "I used to play," right? And they're like, "Oh, now they're intrigued," right? Just that change, and just why you're active is when you're most relevant. So that's when people want to connect the most. And so like, it's just a tool, and using media too to connect is a tool that we can use that I think we're just uneducated about how we can actually properly use it, because we're so focused on football and we don't really get into that side of, the actual real world aspect of it. So that's why like stuff like this, man, I'm always getting on here. I'm always talking about, hey, like everyone, let's connect, trying to educate guys in my locker room, just about the importance of this.
Yeah, well, we love our Let's Go Football community right here, and they got a lot of questions for you. Ginger Raff wants to know, how good do you think Justin Herbert will be this year?
Man, this man has been on fire until this last game. Our whole team sucked. But as far as our consistency, man, that we've had up until this point, this last game, this man's special. This man's special, and there's a lot of aspects that play into it, but he's into his second year. So the fact that he's doing what he's doing in year two is just giving me a lot of confidence in the upside of this guy, because there's still a lot of mental stuff that he doesn't do, that he kind of gets, made up from by, our center, Corey Lindsley, and just all the rest of the vets around him. And so as he continues to get the mental game down, it's just going to make him more of a better player, right? Because he has the physical stuff. He can launch the ball. I mean, he's got legs. He can run around. He's definitely got the arm talent. And so now it comes down to the mental part, which and here's why I think he's going to be a great player is because he literally loves the game of football. Like I asked him one time in an interview, it's like, what would you do if you weren't playing football? He's like, I'd be coaching football. Like that's his mindset. Like he loves the game of football. And so you need that mentality, especially in the quarterback, so they can continue to accelerate the mental part of actually learning the game and making them a better player.
Yeah, man, that's the best guys in the NFL are the ones that actually really have a passion for it. And then Austin knows this. There's a lot of guys in the NFL, man, like they just play because they're good. But like the ones that really care, the ones that really put in that extra work, those are the ones that are special. And you're starting to see that with like you and Justin and just like your team. Like you see like your guys have passion and really believe in the team that you guys have to be a Super Bowl contender. And I think you guys got it this year, man.
Hey, as long as we stay healthy, man, keep a good head on our shoulders, stay consistent. Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan. I'm with you, bro. Because, this is one of the best teams I've been a part of since, like my second year. So I know we have the pieces, but you know how it is. You got to put it all together. Yeah.
Man, I'm not going to lie, man. I got to let you know, man. I just want to thank you as well, man. Like, you're on my fantasy team. You've been killing it. I'm going to be honest. One thing I'll be honest, though, is like you're killing it, but everybody else on my team ain't doing the damn thing. So it's just like, you're the MVP of my team, and then but we're still losing. So
number 2 running back in the league in PPR leagues right now. Number 2 behind Derrick Henry, which
you're
fair.
That man
is fair.
Like, really, it's different. Oh my God, Derrick Henry! Wow, what an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Ryan, what's our record though?
What's my record?
Kanye West, which I'm assuming this is the real Kanye West, wants Austin, can you tell his friend to trade you to him in his fantasy league? I don't think that's how it works.
Hey, man, you should have got me off the rip. Should have got me off the rip, man. You missed out.
Hey, we're 3-3, Austin. We're 3-3.
Hey, we can deal with that. That's okay. That's okay.
That's cool.
We can deal with that.
Cool. All right,
we are on Twitch. We gotta talk a little bit about video games here. Coach Staley, I compare him to a Madden coach. You know what I mean? With how often you guys go for it on 4th down. How fun is it playing for a guy like that?
Man, I mean, that's just part of his coaching style. Definitely is aggressive, but that's because he trusts us. Trust our production. If we were sucking on offense and not consistent, making plays, and he wouldn't be going for it on 4th downs like that because you got to earn that. And so we have. It's like, hey, for the first 5-6 games, we showed that we could do it until this last game where I told you we're just not consistent enough. We're making the plays we usually do, but just a guy that actually cares and actually just. I love the thing that I think stands out about him is his phrase is called our way, and he applies that to every single thing, meaning he's taking input from the entire team, whether it's on the schedule, whether it's on how we're going to practice, whether it's on just game plan, stuff like that. We all sit down, we have this team meeting that's like 40 minutes, and we go through all these different subjects, and he's just spewing out all this information, all this plan.
Really?
And it just brings everyone together because we all know what we're trying to do when it's coaching staff, training staff, offense, defense, especially everyone. So the accountability is so high. And I just love that from him because it's like we're all literally feel like we're in this together. And so just the way that it just takes charge of the team and makes us all feel like we're one big team and we'll all actually depend on each other, which we do. But I feel it now. I think it's really special.
That's awesome. I mean,
you go.
I was just gonna say, I think a big thing there is like showing that like a coach comes in there and continues to like preach that and establish that culture and just beat it over and over and over again. That's awesome to hear. That's really, really cool.
Coach Esfand though, look at that question right
there. I see that. Yeah, will you face Coach Esfand in Madden? Look, listen, I don't know if Austin wants any of this in Madden. I don't know if he can handle this in Madden. I mean, do you play a lot of Madden?
I play the real life Madden, man. I am for actual Madden.
hey, Austin, I got a question for you, man. I got two questions. Two questions.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, it feels good to have that your coach has confidence in you. But do you guys ever be like, all right, it's 4th and 2 on our own 19? Like, hey, coach, like, we need to run this. Like,
no, man, we're going. We're going. Let's go.
I'm just saying, hey, I know sometimes people question calls, and I was just wondering, do you guys ever be like, hey, man, coach, like, I love you believe in us, but sometimes we might just need a reset.
We're on board, man. You know how it is. You got to be on board because if you have any just like people that are not like into it, and then it starts to take the team apart, right? And so we're on board. We understand the mindset coach has. And we're like, we're 4th and 2 on our own 19. Look, we're getting destroyed too. Like, we need to get something going. We need this 4th down. We need extra possessions. No,
I appreciate it. And then what is it like playing in SoFi, man? Like, that stadium looks awesome. I plan on coming this year.
Yeah, I definitely recommend anyone who can make it out there, just because like I've been playing a few years now in my 5th year, and I go to other stadiums and I'm just like, man, like it just reminds me how special SoFi is when I'm in these other stadiums. Not saying they're terrible stadiums, I'm saying that's how good of a stadium and how just classy and how like
He said
I
Heinz
said it's
Field
terrible.
garbage.
Y'all stadium look like a convention center. What do y'all have?
it literally looks like that. Yeah, got the giant ribbon jumbotron that goes around. There's just
No, I'm not talking about Charles. I'm talking about GrandPooBear.
Why you keep doing this? Why we keep doing this? Ford Field is a wonderful, modern stadium. We do this every week, Ryan.
A teacher conference at y'all stadium or something.
Anyway, DB1 in chat wants to know, Austin, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make going from RB2 to RB1 this year? Clear cut RB1. Not that you haven't been RB1, but you know, clear cut. Sure. I'm the man. You know what I mean?
The only change has just been my role. Like, I think my mindset has been the same. Like, even when I was playing special teams, man, I was starting. I started in my special teams role. That was my mindset. That's how I got to this place that I am today, from going undrafted from, Western Colorado, a little tiny mountain town. It was just my mindset that I put towards everything was that I'm putting 100% into what my role is. And that has led to opportunities that's expanded my role. And so the only thing that's changed is my role. Now I'm the starter, but nothing else has changed.
Austin, can I brag on you a little bit? Because
what you got?
You talked about Western Colorado. So you go Western Colorado's FCS, right?
No,
Division 2. Division 2. Okay, so you go Division 2 out of high school. You go undrafted. You have a great pro day. You ran 4.4, 40-inch vertical, killer pro day. You go undrafted, and you end up really earning your way. And I think it's with that mindset right there where you're like, hey, I got to prepare like I'm the starter every single day. And you keep going, you push. And then you look a few years down the road and you're the guy, and you've been with the Chargers the whole time, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
That's, to me, I think that's incredible. And I think it goes to show kind of, Ryan, what you said earlier. You were talking about how there's a lot of guys in the league who they're just there because they're good and they don't really love football like that. I think that's badass, Austin. Like to go through there and to stick it out and to grind it out like that and to really make a name for yourself that's sick. So
let me add on to that, because I didn't love football like that either. I never had my eyes on going to the NFL. I didn't know I was going to be having a chance to get in the NFL until like the end of my junior year. But the thing with me is, like, when I was in school, I was 100% knowing, hey, I want to go into business. I'm in football, I play football, but I know I'm going into business. So I literally put all of my effort, because I wanted to get myself in a better situation that I was at growing up. And I put every single ounce of my effort into that. And it translated and got me an opportunity with football as well. And then like I said, just imagine you do something like your life depends on it. Like, you have to make this work. And just having that mindset and actually going and doing that, it just put me in a situation where I was able to take advantage of opportunities. Yeah, if it didn't work out, I'd have to go do something else. But having that mindset and applying it to something is going to get you at least some progress, or at least some type of knowledge about yourself that you need to work on, or you need to change your route. Right? If you tap that mindset in anything in life, like it's hard to be stopped, because that's rare. It's rare to have, as far as just a lot of people, I feel like, get really frustrated and get stuck. That's why I really want to help people. Like, no, you can do it. You just have to make sure you have the right mindset about it. Because I feel like, people get, sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but people get in situations.
No, you're good. This is great. I love
people get in situations where they feel like, man, like nothing's going for me. I'm stuck. And it's like, you got to change your mental. Because it's not that you're stuck. It's not, you're just not learning. You need to learn from this situation. Maybe you have to, go work a register or something just to get by. It's like, okay, yeah, you have to do that. You probably don't like that job, but look, you need to learn something from this so you can get skills from it, so you can help yourself in the future. And if you use that mindset, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this job is like, sure, you don't have to like it, but it's helping you. And if you have that mindset about it, then you're gonna continue to grow as a person. You're gonna continue to grow mentally. You're gonna continue to get your social, presence. You continue to connect and continue to make yourself a better person to get yourself in a position where you want to be. So it's literally how you see things and your mindset and how do you apply it.
That's big time. Yeah, you got all the mental, you got everything, you got the tools, you got your degree. That's big time. No, I'm all about it, man. That's I'm all on board with what you're saying.
Man, you made me just feel like I was watching YouTube for a second, man. I just really thought
speaking of
for real, like, we really needed that, man. I love it.
Let's take a look real quick at Austin's insane workouts real fast, though. Let's look at that.
Dragon Slayer.
One-arm pull-ups.
Did the Dragon
No
Slayer.
issue. What are you like 215?
He's not even working out here. He's just showing off.
No, I'm like 195.
Oh, 195? Okay, I feel a little bit better about it then.
Absolutely.
Ninja Warrior in over here.
Just getting after it.
Why is the monkey
really
bars going up and down like a roller coaster? Like,
Yeah.
Austin actually bent those himself earlier.
Just defying gravity. Defying gravity right there.
Wow. Hey,
Going
look,
back
man.
to the one-arm.
Working
You can
out
both-
has become
both
like a
arms, one
therapy
arm?
for me.
Yeah.
And so that's
Are you the strongest pound-for-pound player in the NFL?
No, I don't know. I'm definitely a guy that posts my stuff out there, so I feel like that's why I'm like a front runner for it. But
Right.
you know who's really flipping strong? Why am I drawing a blank? Browns running back.
Chubb or Hunt?
Chubb. Oh my God, that guy is
Yeah.
insanely strong. Insanely
he's
strong.
real strong.
So I don't know pound for pound like the ratios or whatever it would be, but I'm definitely up there.
How many
What
reps
about
of
Tyreek
225
Hill?
did you do?
I did 23.
It's a lot. For a guy your weight, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not much of a rep bencher either. Like I could like my max bench like 390, but
Yeah.
reps I can't. I don't
That's
know.
how I always was.
That's just not how I train. We don't really
Yeah.
train for reps or volume. We're like quick bursts, you know.
For all those who are saying that he's not a rep guy, you guys know that 23 reps to 225 is a lot, right? I just want to let you guys know that.
That's a lot. Yeah, for any running back. And if you're
running
right
back.
under 200, that's a lot.
Yeah, like I said, man, working out's just become like that was like my therapy for me. Like, even growing up in high school, like man, I just get away. I'd go to the gym. I remember my mom called me one time. She's like, "Where are you at?" I was like, "I'm in the gym." I was like, I'm trying to become a millionaire. That's what I told her. At the time, it was just like about the mindset. Like I'm in here, I'm just working. Like how do I go work? Like I need to work. I need to get better at something. Like I feel like I just have time and I just need to use it towards bettering myself. And it wasn't about like, oh, I'm trying. It was just about the mindset, the concept. Just like continue just to better yourself.
I might need to get Austin number just to talk to him so I can motivate myself.
I know, right? Like, go start doing them. All right, Nick's break wants to know how many one-arm pull-ups can you do?
Oh, probably with one arm, I would say max is 4. Max is 4.
What about the other arm?
Yeah, so that's what I'm
each?
saying with one. Like if you combine, it'd be 8, obviously. But
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
4 each. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
How many can
Craziest-
you do, Stefan?
how many you got?
Esfand, me and Esfand.
Wait, what? I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Yeah, how many you got, Esfand?
Oh, I probably 10 each.
All right, Austin, who's the craziest / most personal trash talker in the league?
Well, personal. It used to be Philip, absolutely Philip Rivers, but he's retired. This man would.
I've heard like rumors that Philip Rivers talks mad smack but doesn't curse.
Oh, mad smack, and that's why it's so personal, because he doesn't curse. He's not like calling you names and like resorting to like swear words. He's actually telling you that you're trash or that you can't make this play or that you're lined up in the wrong spot. It's just like he was that knowledgeable about the game that he would just dissect you and break you down mentally that way. And I just remember him talking trash to people and people were just laughing. People were just laughing like, wow, like I actually was in the wrong spot kind of thing. Like,
Well, I mean, between the bolo tie and the 45 kids he has, you know what I mean? It's like so weird to just even think about that man talking trash.
my favorite trash talking moment from Philip Rivers is like he threw this little check down to me and we went for 90 yards. And this D lineman like knocked him down. And as I'm running, he gets up and right in the D lineman's face, he's like, 90-yard touchdown. And the D lineman's like, man, you don't have to say it in my ear. And he's like, I will say it in your ear. I was like, dang, like, leave this man alone.
Barry Chase wants to know, what's it like playing with Herbert versus Philip Rivers?
Definitely different. Two different styles and obviously the different experience levels. With Philip, very blessed to have Philip as my quarterback coming in as a rookie, just because he helped me slow the game down because he just knew so much and controlled the offense. We're now coming into year 4 when I had Herbert, it was like, hey, now as vets around him, we have to kind of be on our stuff because, you know, he might mess up the call or not see the protection right. And so now we got to do a lot more blocking than we usually do, or like pick up something that we didn't slide to. So he's getting there, but it just takes time. It takes time. That's why I'm glad we have, you know, veteran Corey Lindsley as our center to help him out. But
yes,
yeah.
He's a Buckeye.
Okay. So, you know, but yeah, so with Herbert, you know, he's a little bit more mobile than Philip was. So now check downs aren't as available as they used to be. So it's kind of changed my play and my role in the offense as well, which I mean, I'm all about. I'm just about starting my role, right? That's the mindset. So it's been an adjustment, but we made the adjustment and been having success with it. And obviously, you know, Jay Herb's got his talent that he has, and he's been applying it. But like I said, he's going to continue to grow. But yeah, there's a huge difference.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Griff Bones wants to know, what's your go-to cheat meal?
Go-to cheat meal.
Do you ever cheat? Do you ever have a cheat meal, or do you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are you 7 days a week?
I'm like, look, there's proportions. Like you gotta do things like, you know, it's gotta be reasonable. Whatever that means to you. I mean, that's subject to your discussion.
They all cheat
right?
meals to me, baby.
Right.
Hey.
So I mean, there's proportions.
For me, at this point, a cheat meal's a salad these days. It's not looking good.
Oh, I see what you did there. But no, my favorite cheat meal, I'd say probably pizza. Smashing pizza, like pieces.
Are you a pineapple on pizza guy?
No, absolutely not.
This is gonna chat Rob up. You're not? Okay.
No, not.
Who does
not at
that?
all.
Do you do that?
No one does that.
I don't really. I'm not super opinion on it either way. I mean, I've had pineapple on pizza. I don't think it's that bad.
If you don't like a pizza topping, pick it off, is what I say. Y'all get too worked up Twitch chat about pineapple on pizza. The Twitch chat's blowing. I already know Twitch chat's blowing up about this right now because they lose their mind about 3 topics: Whataburger versus In-N-Out versus Five Guys, pineapple on pizza, and yeah, those topics are insane for them.
You sound like a.
No.
They're
insane
about it. Guy. You sound like a Supreme guy.
Yeah, I'll whatever. If I don't like it, I'll pick it off. I'll eat any pizza, any toppings. Does not matter. B Juicy, who's the funniest? B Juicy wants to know who's the funniest guy in the league, Austin.
Funniest guy in the league that I've met. There's a few funny guys. Mike Pouncey, that guy was hilarious. Yeah. Okay. Mike Pouncey was actually really funny, but he's kind of like dark humor funny.
I was gonna say aren't the Pouncey.
He's like dark humor funny, man.
Yeah.
One of our D linemen, Braden, he's really funny. Shoot, who else? Dan Feeney, my old center, also a really funny guy. There's just different types of humor, I guess.
Who do you think would make the best streamer who doesn't stream?
Ooh, who would make the best streamer that doesn't stream? Good question. Some of the people know. I don't know, because streaming, it takes a different animal to be able to stream.
It's a different thing, yeah.
Like you guys all know, obviously, because you stream, like you got to actually commit to streaming. Like I streamed for a year and a half, and I got burnt out. I was like, I got to find a different way, more effective to connect.
Yeah.
But shoot, that's a hard one, just because of that commitment level. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is tough. Yeah, streaming is it's like a whole different type of like medium and entertainment now than a lot of what's existed before. Like the long hours and like you constantly have to be on. Like it is different.
Especially if you don't have a crew or producers like you guys have. Like and it's all you. Oh no. Like
we only have for this show. I don't get why I started my speed runs.
That's why I started Gridiron Gaming Group, to try to help out with people with that problem, because that's an issue.
So for us, like for a lot of streamers even, like it's like usually you start in your bedroom and you got this and that, but like so I'm one of the owners of OTK, right? It's we're a pretty big streaming org now, and like we do shows and stuff like that. So just going from that to like the more production and this kind of stuff is it's definitely a big thing, because like it's not really like that on Twitch normally, but if you can do that the right way, it's big time.
Yeah.
So is that your bedroom? Because you said normally your bedroom. That's a pretty big bedroom.
Well, I stream in. This should be your bedroom. I took the game room upstairs. Right there. Yeah, I just moved. I just got a new house, so like we got this whole setup and the whole house is like wired for streaming. Thank you.
That'd be nice.
I was gonna say, Esfand was number like 61 on the Twitch list. He was up there, baby. He's got a nice private office.
66. Okay, don't give me too much credit, okay?
Well, as number 166, you know what I mean.
Number 10,006.
All right, Austin. Volgo wants to know, who is your favorite running back of all time, and why is it LT? He doesn't have to say LT just because he's a Charger. He could say the correct answer and say Barry Sanders. It's okay.
No. So here's the thing. People don't understand because they don't know my background. But I did not watch the NFL until like my junior year of college.
Oh wow!
I didn't watch the NFL. I didn't watch any sports growing up. Like I played sports, but my family wasn't about that. I grew up in the ranch life. I grew up riding bulls, building fence.
Bulls.
Like I grew up on the ranch, like out in the country, like country.
Yeah.
And then sports were like my city getaway that I happened to be pretty good at. And just put a lot of heart. That's where I learned how to work hard out on the ranch.
Yeah.
And I applied that, to my
Country strong.
my passions.
Yeah.
So I don't even have a favorite running back growing up. I know it's not an answer people want to hear, but
It's me.
I
Say
didn't
it's
watch the
me.
NFL.
My favorite running back is me.
It is literally right. I'm the best person in myself. So yeah.
Shade to Melvin Gordon right there.
I didn't even know until I joined the team.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
what they do.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I swear to God, country strong is like a different. There's like dad strength, country strength, redheaded strength. They're all like different.
Redheaded
strength
strength.
they get. Yeah, no, absolutely. But country strength is
okay.
the real thing right there. So it makes sense why you can do them one-arm push-ups right there.
I got dash, though.
Anyway, thank you so much, Austin, for joining us. We really appreciate it. All the success to you and the Chargers out in LA this year. We look forward to seeing you carry Ryan's fantasy team to greatness.
Let's get it done. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
Absolutely.
coming on.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
anytime.
Coming up next, Coach Esfand is back, and he's taking your questions in chat. Hit him up on the Twitch Sports channel or his channel, or me and Ryan's channel. We'll ask him, you know what I mean? But we're going to be asking Coach Esfand, the premier coach, in today's game, all your questions, chat. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Throws it down the field. It's caught at the 10, and this game is over. The Cowboys win it. C.D. Lamb. The play on the timeout. This was it, Jim. You have nice.
Welcome back to Let's Go Football. Before we get to our chat questions, Ryan, if you were covering C.D. Lamb right there, how would you have reacted?
That would not happen if I was covering CeeDee Lamb. But if that was me, I would not do anything. I'd just walk away. Because at the end of the day, like, you can't get mad at somebody for waving at you because at the end of the day, you got to stop them. Like, you don't stop the man. He scored a touchdown, game over. That's on you. Like don't get mad at him now. Like, hey, you got whooped, and then hey, it's time to go back home and figure out how to win next week.
I thought that hit was a little salty right there. That little.
No, it was salty. It definitely was salty. Yeah.
A little salty. Coach Esfand, we're almost at the end of the show, but we got to hear from chat right now. Get your questions in for Ryan and Coach Esfand. We're pulling all these right from the Twitch Sports channel and the Coach Esfand channel right there. Coach Esfand, first, how's it going here today?
Well, we're doing pretty damn good. Obviously, we went out there this week, and we really didn't do what we expected. I thought we were going to go out there and put up about 50 points, and we put up about 6. So, that's a lot of people want to talk about how it's a top to bottom thing. You got the top of the organization, you got coaches, players, everything else that goes into this every week. But I'm going to be completely honest with you and telling you that it was absolutely not my fault. It was not the coaching staff's fault, and our players are dog shit. I'll tell you what, I told them everything to do, and they did everything wrong. So, I wish we had the NFL draft next week if I had it my way. Let's go ahead and start free agency. Because, hey, them fellas, they ain't working hard at all.
Well, I need to get your take on this player's performance here in this particular clip. I don't know if you've seen this, but look at the background in this clip right here. Not the guy getting interviewed, but I want you to look at the background, and I want to give me your take on his performance.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see that right quick.
Look in the background right here.
Get on that projector up there. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh hell, yep. Hey, well listen, when you're a big fella, like myself and old Vito over there, I don't blame him. He's got big arms, big chest, big muscles. I mean, hey, that's life. That's life of a big man. It comes with pros, it comes with cons. And hell, if you're as good as he is, I mean, they should have a fella on staff for him. You should have a fella on staff for him. That's his job to take off his pads. That's the way that I would do things.
Hey Coach Stefan, what do you feel about your team and the owner deciding to move your franchise to London?
Well, hey, let me tell you, the biggest issue I'm going to have is the language barrier. We're going to go out there and listen. I've been speaking American my whole life. I ain't bilingual like that. So
how am I supposed to go in the bathroom? It's a loo.
Well, yeah, we're going to go. I think we're going to have to get a translator and probably do some work with our team and hire somebody out there to maybe help teach us that. That's probably the biggest obstacle I'm going to see.
All right, let's look at another clip real quick.
Yeah, I mean, hell, it's just a different world out there,
Yeah.
Going out to.
Tell us what's going on here, Esfand. What's Russell Wilson doing right there in his pretend huddle?
Right there. Oh, I mean, hey, it's about the mental game. It's about the mental game and the preparation. You want to go out there and you want to visualize. everything. You know, you want to go out there, and it's what I tell all my players. I've told them this for years. You know, I've been coaching the league for damn near 40, 45, 50 years now. And, you know, I tell them, you want to go out there and just imagine. When you're in the huddle, you're in the huddle. You know, there's 100,000 people in there. There's 10,000 people in there. It don't matter. You know, sometimes, hell, I've gone out there and I've started coaching in the middle of a high school football game before, and they don't know who the hell I am. You know, I just go out there, I call the plays. I told some kid that he's terrible. I benched his ass. And then I had security come take me out. But hell, what I do, visualize. You know, that's how you make a championship caliber football team and coaching staff.
Like, I just want to say that clip is like everything I hate about Russell Wilson right there.
You're not a fan of Russell?
If he was a Lion, I'd probably be a huge fan of him. But just I'm team future, man. Coach Esfand, I'm team future. Coach Esfand, what quarterback do you think will have the most passing yards this season?
Oh, is Garrett Gilbert starting? Is Garrett Gilbert starting for a team yet? If so, it's him. I mean, hell, the legend of Lake Travis. I mean, I'm all about Garrett Gilbert. I think he's it's a wasted opportunity if he's not starting in the league. But I mean, if it ain't him, you know, I think old Patty Mahomes, he's gonna throw a whole hell of a lot of yards. I think old Brady's gonna have plenty of people to throw to. I think that we could see a hell of a lot of yards from old Josh Allen too. But yeah, that's what I'd say. I say either of them three folks.
Hey, Coach Stephan, would you rather have Charizard or Bulbasaur?
Hell, listen, the thing I like about Charizard is football IQ. You know, I like that he's got football IQ. He knows where he's got to be at on the field at all times, and he just finds a way to get open. Bulbasaur is a great player too. You know, I like his ability in pass pro, and he's really good at working against them speed rushers. He really is. You know, he can really go and tangle you up there, and he's not going to let you come back around him. But Charizard, just he can find a way, get him on a fly route, and he's gone. You know, and scramble drill, whatever, you got to come back, quarterback's running around the backfield. Charizard just finds a way to get open. So, hell, I take either of them, but probably Charizard. That's what I like.
Plus, he has wings. What do you think about the taunting rule, Esfand?
Oh, hell, I hate it. I mean, we had to drop damn near 6 periods out of my practice schedule because we had about half hour set to teach my players how to taunt. You know, we had a whole every single week. We pull out the scouting report and, you know, we talk about the player strengths, weaknesses, you know, offensive schemes, defensive schemes, but we had a whole a whole set of periods in there talking about, hey, this is this player's sister, this is this player's wife, this is this player. I mean, we went top to bottom. I had folks talking about fellas' grandmas, you know. I mean, it was. Some people say it was bad, but I say it was good. You know, I camped like a viper. Just I want them words to sting. So we really had to go and change our game plan and go with a new strategy this year. But no, I ain't no fan of it at all.
All right, Coach, I know you got to get to practice.
Yeah, I'm a little bit late
for you.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We had morning practice. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I got it. I had 1 minute practice today.
We will hear from you next week. Guys, that's it for our show today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to DirecTV Stream as well. Remember, on Thursday night, me, Esfand, and Coach Jen will all be streaming the Browns-Broncos on our channels. You can check us out there. We're also going to be rating Esfand's channel in just a few minutes. You can check out Ryan Shazier over on The Ringer. You have a podcast over on The Ringer as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I listen to it waiting for you to mention our podcast here. I'm definitely not waiting for the GrandPooBear mention on that podcast ever. Until then, for Ryan
I'm not the host.
And Esfand, I'm GrandPooBear, and this was Let's Go Football. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hello? Chat, what'd you guys think? Good show today. Good show. Good show yesterday. We got a lot coming up, chat. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to do. But give me a second. I'm gonna AFK here right quick. Give me some water. And we'll be back in a minute, okay? Let's put some jams. Thank you guys for the subs and resubs, by the way.
Let's celebrate with Form the Long Way.
City for the simple country life. Found myself a woman that it took for me to be my wife. I was working on the ground, come a sun up to sundown. Hey, I'm trying to try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kind of
Leading to long time at my heart. Baby, lonely, 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 lonely.
Yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
well,
Working 3 times, living out of the car.
Mama never told me
How
like
to get this far. Hello.
playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me. I'm a honky-tonk star.
I'm back.
Honky-tonk star.
Chat, type 1 if you're back. It's my first time watching Let's Go Football. You killed it. Thanks, man. Yeah, I definitely... Uh-oh. Please don't crash. Am I still live? Wait, what'd I say? Why are you guys typing 1? Okay, so... F, no. Who's he talking to? Hello, I'm talking to you. Come on, tell one time it is. Kiss me one time and she took my heart. Baby, and only you leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. You drunk? No. But, dude, everybody was great today, weren't they? First time chat from viewer. Dude, I actually love that. I don't know why. You guys know me. You guys know how I am. I think that's a great new feature. I'm very like, wait, first time chat is Dix, K Kona W. Okay, well, look, it's not about the quality of the chat. It's just the fact that you're here. Okay? I think it's cool. You got, like, I like interfacing. I like talking to people. It's a great time. So, yeah. Get Austin Ekeler. Dude, I love Austin Ekeler. Austin Ekeler made me a fan of him after today. Austin Ekeler is
Nobody advised me to use
he
this
gets
space
it.
to inform you of your lack of a 3-year badge. Do you
Frick.
think it would be in your best interest to get on that?
I should. I'll give you the views, but I had to mute it. Hey, all good, Mr. Wub Wub. Shazier's on every week. Yeah, Shazier's great. I mean, everybody's great, man. Did you see your Ekeler clip? Wait, link it. Camera, mod check, face reveal. When are you gonna play New World as a paladin? Dude, I wanted to play New World, but it just didn't get me. No, it's empty bed, not empty balls. What is this? Esfand feelings on Austin Ekeler. Did you know Austin Ekeler's a streamer? Did you know Austin Ekeler's a streamer? Tell Austin Ekeler to freaking suck my balls, dude. He just scored a touchdown on me. An ass. Hey, listen, we should Yeah. I think Austin Ekeler is great, dude. I think Austin Ekeler is great. But F Austin Ekeler for scoring a touchdown on me. In game. F that guy in game. Old room, feel strong, man. True. Dude, look how pissed I am. Oh, dude, the Legend of Ron Mexico. This was the most talented Madden franchise I've had yet. Across the board, offense, defense, everything 90 overall plus. We had that, what was that linebacker's name? It was a safety that we moved to linebacker who had like 11 interceptions. He had double-digit sacks and interceptions his rookie year. Are we doing any Madden today? I kind of want to do some RP today. You know what else I kind of want to do? I want to shout out subs and resubs. So, speedrun, get ready. Charles Pablo, thank you for the tier 1. Ashron's Fall, 40 months. Thank you. Lucid Antics, 18 months. Austrian English, 10 months. Harold, thank you for the 12 months. Silver Fox Gaming, 14 months. Captain Shenanigans, thank you for the tier 1. Zoob, thank you for the 35 months. Cazadorus, thank you for the tier 1, 29 months. Smalls, thank you for the tier 1. Mr. White, 6 months. Silence Turtle, 4 months. That Kentucky Kid, 6 months. AustinShow, 2 years. Petition, 7 months. Potatoes X, thank you for the 11 months. Real Madness, 3 months. DSM Eclipse, 26 months. It's Aroa, 36 months. And Flatline gifted us up to Destiny Gun. Woo. Plays WoW on his alt, true. Yeah, I do usually play WoW on my alt stream.
You seem like you might have good advice. I'm a right arm amputee Army infantry veteran, and I find myself struggling to find direction with this adversity. The fight isn't as hard as finding the purpose. Not here for sympathy, my man.
Wait, what? I'm a right arm amputee infantry veteran. I find myself struggling to find direction with this adversity. The fight isn't as hard as finding the purpose. Not here for the sympathy, my man. I would say the biggest thing, and I've never been in this situation, and I've never been in this situation, right? And I'm not really qualified, right, to speak on this too much. But I do think that, you know, some people say everything happens for a reason. Whether or not you believe that is one thing, but I think that you can make a reason for anything that happens. If that makes sense. You can make a purpose for anything that happens. And that's a hell of a lot of adversity. Being a right arm amputee, I mean, especially if you're right-handed, you're having to, like, I guess, retrain, relearn how to use your left arm as like your primary whatever. And I 100% understand how that's not easy, but and it's easy to say, well, you know, at least you still have your life, right? It's easy to say stuff like that, but I think the biggest thing is you're trying to find purpose, you're trying to find that direction. I think sometimes when you're trying to go and chase something, when you're trying to actively look for something, it's almost more difficult to find a purpose or a direction than whenever you are just giving yourself an opportunity to find purpose or direction. So what I mean by that is, if you're chasing something and you're like, I'm going to look here, I'm going to look here, I'm going to look here, you have the blinders on, right? You have the blinders on and you're only looking here. You're only looking here. More than anything, leave the doors open and just know that there are doors there. And I think this is a life thing. I think this goes for everybody, where just make sure you're in a position to where you can see the doors. Like, don't lock yourself in your room all day and I'm just going to do this one thing, or I'm just going to sit down and like play video games all day, which is great. And I've definitely done that at times, and you need to do that to like de-stress and have fun or whatever, sure. But I do believe that finding ways or being open to having more and more ways to get opportunities is what's really important. So that's what I think. That was a little bit long-winded, but I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And I do appreciate your service. Thank you, Cole. Keldori, thank you for the 6 months. Nismo Doma, thank you for the 11 months. Capita, thank you for the 9 months. Barca Saints, thank you for gifting a sub to Austin Ekeler. YouTube Frog here. First time ever tuning in to the stream. Really? Welcome to my channel, dude. Welcome, Zing Bob. Is this Esfand? Hello. I'm here. I'm alive. What's up, Frag Monkey? So what'd you guys think of the show today? Okay, do you guys think the show, because this is, I talked to the producers this week as we're working on Let's Go Football with Twitch Sports. And I talked to them and I said, hey, one of the biggest things I think that is an issue with the show, and I think that I've seen this in chat a few times too, but I feel really strong about it.
Esfand is live. I'm here for the whole stream. Today is going to be a good day. Spam the wide heart.
It's going to be a real good day, yes. And we do have raid tonight. We're going to be raiding tonight. I'm going to raid on my alt channel. I'm not raiding here. But, yeah, great show. Thanks, man. One of the big things, they're here? Sick. I don't remember what my login is. Wait, actually, hold on. Wait.
Oh, you already have the app?
Yeah, I downloaded that. But let me see this. What my big thing is that I'm trying to remember when I made my password. I think that the show was, I think the first 2 episodes were a little bit too deep cut. I said that the first 2 episodes were a little bit too deep cut. There was too much going on, and too much going on that was like very like hardcore football fan specific, and I didn't like that. I said that I think that not even hardcore football fan specific. Frick, did I forget the password?
Chat, what's the password?
Who changed my password?
Do you want me to put this in the spot?
In the spot.
Is it ready?
It's not ready.
It's not ready.
I'm gonna tweet out. I want to tweet out a picture and be like, "Hey, if this gets 50K likes, we'll put this in. We'll put this in the kitchen. We'll put King Kong's balls in the kitchen."
What's up, chat?
I thought this was the password, but it might not be. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Sick. Yeah. Oh,
This is such a cool.
what is a VLC tag team fight with Francis? I don't. When did Rami say that?
As a mostly casual NFL fan these days, I really like the direction you took the show today. I felt like I could follow along more, and even if I missed some games, I was able to keep up with everything.
The TV's looking good. Everything's looking good.
Sick.
Okay, get started. Alarm.com. Critical alert from Microsoft. I really hope this doesn't blow up my phone. Okay, I just turned on like all the notifications. It's literally gonna be like, oh, you moved rooms. Okay, it should be good.
We'll probably come up here and
Yeah.
do a sound demo if you guys want.
Yeah. Oh, hey. So let's talk about some of the new tech in the house. Let's talk about the new tech in the new house. So I got speakers. There's 2 speakers in this room now added in, and I have an auxiliary cable. So what I want to do is I want to run that cable into my mixer. And what I'm gonna do is I want to have my notifications and stuff play through the speakers, and then that way, what happens is if I have friends over and people are here, and you guys donate, sub, you guys give TTS, you guys can all hear it. What headset? This is a Pro. I think the 7 is better.
Hey,
This is a Pro
thanks
though.
for the classic WoW season of Mastery Beta.
Shady Dre, thank you for the 27 months. Thank you, man. And Mr. Mustache, thank you for the 500 bits. I want to talk about that a little bit. So, do you guys think the direction of the show is getting a little bit more casual? Do you guys think it's getting a little bit more casual, so like you guys can understand it better without? Because I told them this straight up. I said I don't want to do any of the plus minus stuff. Now I think having the last question of like minus 17, because it's such a big number, and what that means is they're gonna win by 17. So I think getting rid of almost all of that was really good. Did you play with Cortland Sutton? I didn't play with him. I worked on staff when he was a player there, so I know Cortland pretty well. Cool. You had Shazier and Ekeler. Yeah, it went really, really good. So only number that matters is 811 true. Amazing guests. Also a lot of questions that get asked and appear on stream, get ignored, and leave before they're answered. Yeah, but I mean, I think we take so long on some of the questions, we can't really do that. I think it automatically does that. There's yogurt in your hair? No, there's yogurt in my mustache. That's for later. AustinShow killed today. I love AustinShow. AustinShow. Austin's great. I love Austin. Esfand, there's a Sasquatch behind you. That's me on my own TV. That's my stream. Shazier is great. It's so fun. I like that they had me implement like the Coach Esfand stuff too. Did you guys like how we implemented the coach stuff?
I have to say you're one of the funniest people on this platform. Keep killing it, bro.
Thanks, man. I do really appreciate that. There we go. Sick. Locker room, good. Back to full screen. I was just making sure it was good. Any Madden today? Today I want to do some RP today. I'm feeling the RP. Yeah. Ruthless Savage, I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the 2 months, man. Shout out to the offliner. Spritzen, thank you for the 15 months. Language barrier stuff is hilarious. Well, you know what? They were like, do you want to like plan for anything? And I told them this. I said, just ask me questions out of chat or just make up some stuff and I will just respond. And I'll go just completely off the cuff. I'll just make up some bullshit. And they were like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. It'll be way funnier that way. It'll be funnier for two reasons. One, because they're not expecting for me to say anything. Like they don't know what I'm going to say. So their reactions are better. But also, sometimes I think that I feel like sometimes you can be funnier off the cuff than like planning something. Because when you plan something, like you're like, oh, this is funny. Oh wait, maybe it's not as funny. Maybe we should do this instead. Maybe we should do this instead. And you mess with it too much, right? Duck Gustav, thank you for the 1 year. Thank you, dude. Will you do a deep dive in the NCAA game in 2023? Yes. Do your laundry. I have like 40 of these shirts. Okay. A bit about language barrier is so funny. Yeah, thanks, dude. So, I don't keep up with the football as the Raiders made a comeback. I know all about the team is that they used to not be so good. Yeah, they're good now. Yeah, Zing, they're not good now. So, also, thank you for the Twitch Prime ban. Thank you, Zing Bob. Schlatt got you some King Kong balls. So, Schlatt wants me to put this. Schlatt bought this. And Schlatt's living here now. He's moving in this week. And Schlatt wants to put this in the kitchen. I wanna tweet out, hey, if this gets 50K likes, I will put this in the kitchen in the cabinet with the light. So it'll be in the glass frame with the light shining down on it. Tweet it now. I'll tweet it eventually. Just follow my Twitter. Make it 200K. I think maybe 50K would be funny. I'll buy it $40. Unbelievable. Mr. Van, are you sad that Nick canceled football for Friday game days? Did he? Question mark. Are we not doing football now? If we don't do football, we need to do a football on my stream at some point. Game fuel in the fridge soon, dude. I have no game fuel. I need game fuel. We actually ran out of game fuel. Because you know why? People come over and everybody drinks the game fuel and it's good. Hold on. Respond.
You don't need game fuel. Drink water. You are welcome.
No, you drink both. Let's see. Bum 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 bum. Where is this? Speaking of which, Synac. Llama approved. Let's see. Browsers. There you go. Cool. Looks good. Okay. Sorry. Close. So a couple things today. For Blaze, Wolf, thank you for the sub. Z Baker Boss, Tier 1. Gino Smooth, thank you guys so much for the subs. Attractive Path Zero, thank you for the 9 months. New tech in the house. I want to have my speakers. The guys are here setting it up today. This morning, I also had a meeting with the contractor. He's coming through, and we kind of took a checklist of everything we want to do in the house. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I like how this background looks.
Teaching me how to eat corn the long way.
I like how this background looks, but what we're gonna end up doing, like this is like a good temporary setup, but it could be a lot better, right? It could be a lot better. Click. So what I want to do, it's clean, it looks good. We move this here. Normally I'm gonna have this here so people can sit on the beanbag and look at this. This is gonna be the podcast room, right? That's gonna be the podcast room. But what I want to do is I was originally gonna get like L shelves, like shelf on this wall, but I'm gonna change it and we're just gonna build out shelves here. So basically this is gonna be like, I don't know if I should get a different color. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. Should I get white shelves or should I get like black or like a dark gray? And I wanna put lights in them to illuminate it. Get black shelves. I think like it would look almost like Mizkif's background, but I'm thinking maybe black. And having this whole room kind of be like black and white, gray carpet, I think it would look really clean, like really classy. And then I'd have RGB gamer shelf, I'll illuminate it. See, I thought I would want white with lights too, but I talked to the guy and he said black looks sick with the lights. And I'm like, okay, well maybe we do black. Oh my gosh.
Hang Ashbringer above podcast room door.
Yeah, Nerp, the Ashbringer that Nerp sent me, I want to put this right here. It's still at the old house, but I bought a mount, and I'm gonna put that up there. So, but I'm waiting until I'm gonna replace this door. I'm gonna replace this door with sliding glass door for the podcast room. So this room is gonna be like a charcoal. I want to make the walls like charcoal dark. Table in the middle. But what I think will be cool for the stream is if I'm doing a podcast, a live podcast, like every whatever day, my normal streams, you see the podcast room in the background, I think is kind of cool. I think that's like sick, actually. So it's like you watch my streams, like, oh, that's where the podcast happens. You know? I think it adds a lot of flavor to the background, especially with a glass door. I think with a glass door, it would be really cool. Yeah. 4 computers, 8 monitors, 6 consoles. Yeah, exactly. I gotta clean up. I have Chipotle bags everywhere. It's bad. But they're gonna come in and they just installed these speakers and they told me they're gonna demo it for me. And I'm like, well, I'm streaming. Can we do it on stream? And they said yes. So you guys are gonna get to see that in a second too. You guys are gonna get to see that in a little bit. I gotta get a vacuum. Okay, that's enough cleaning. Do you guys want that? Do you guys want to try and see if we can demo the speakers? Yeah, I want to do a little bit of glass is bad for audio. Yeah, but I think it'll be okay. Regular glass or frosted? What do you guys think looks better? Maybe an alt stream for that? No, I would do it on this channel. What did you guys think of the cooking stream yesterday? I think the cooking stream yesterday went great. You know what's funny though? The whole time, I feel like I was running around like trying to fix things. Like trying to make sure things were working and everything. But it was good. We used the new backpack for it, but we didn't have all the modems connected. Just to not like burn data. So there was a little bit of a dead spot in the house at one point, but I think tech-wise it was great. We stopped using the wireless at one point because the wireless was I thought the wireless was like not that good. Oddly enough, for some reason we were having issues with wireless. We usually don't have issues with wireless, but we did. What's up, buddy? Wait, what's wrong, buddy? Loving the setup? Thanks, dude. Was this supposed to be a HelloFresh stream? No, we'll do a HelloFresh cooking stream later on. The backpack was really good at the grocery store. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We do some content with Emaru on your stream when she comes this weekend. I would like to. Emaru is great. Emaru is she's really, really good on stream. She fits in perfect with us. What is this? Here, we're gonna start with a little bit of Reddit recap. Watch out behind you. Oh, frick. Oh, it is a little bit.
Wait, what?
I don't know how this fell off. I wonder why we were getting that pixelation.
I haven't even used this yet. This is the first time I used it. Frick!
Bro, this place is stuck.
That was happening a lot. Did it happen in the second half of the? Did it happen in the second half of the stream? Used house. It's not used. You think it was the Hollyland? Maybe it was. Maybe it was. I don't think it was the RTMP. Is this the new backpack? Yeah. But I in the second half of the stream, we went straight wired. So, have you seen the Shure MXA? I have not. I don't think there's anything as good as this mic. I think the Shure SM7B is the best mic. Wait. Ceiling array microphone? Wait. What? I use these for work. They're badass. How much do they cost? With a versatile mounting options, the MXA 910 delivers speech that's naturally intelligible, giving you a widespread coverage for AV needs of all sizes, collaboration, presentation, training, or cables in the way when you're free to speak. Clear connect. Okay. So... digital steerable lobes, bicolor LED, RJ, what's RJ45? Aluminum finish. Oh, black, white. Well, should I get white? Or should we get black so it stands out from the screen? Maybe you should just get white. How much do these cost? And is it hang? You hang it? Dude, anytime, hey, how much does this cost? You scroll down, talk to a sales representative. Hey, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. Anytime they don't put the price.
Just swipe it on OTK credit card easy.
Wait, Zeus, how much is it? They cost $4,000.
Due to a preliminary finding by a federal court in the United States, Shure is only authorized to ship its 60-centimeter model of MXA 910 for the time being. This model is fully certified and lawful to use anywhere in the world.
Thanks, Dad. Like, demo. There you go. Shure Microflex Advanced Ceiling Array Audio Demo.
Hello and welcome to the Shure Microflex Advanced Ceiling Array Audio Demo. This demo is recorded in a typical boardroom for up to 10 meeting participants, and the talkers' voices are captured with only one Microflex Advanced ceiling array. Different lobe configuration presets are stored to the array. We will now demonstrate the intelligibility and coverage capabilities of the array microphone. Right now, one lobe is pointed at me.
Notice that my audio is quieter than Talker 1's audio.
Oh, okay.
Notice that my audio is louder than Talker 2's audio, since the Shure array has a narrow pickup pattern.
For this setting, the lobe of the microphone is not pointed at me.
Up to 8 lobes will capture participant audio from overhead.
The lobe in this setting is pointed at Talker 1 only.
The sound profile of each lobe can be fine.
They have ceiling mics that I could get in here. When people come over and you can, it's an array mic, boom. So anybody who talks here, you can hear them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that could be good or bad, because what if you're trying to say something hey, I hit Esfand.
Yeah.
And
we
then
do
they
that, like all the time.
We do that a lot. We talk about how much we hit Esfand.
Yo, do you have an account for this app? Because I noticed you already had it downloaded.
No.
Okay. Do you want me just to create one for you?
Yeah, with the same info. Do you remember?
I actually already forgot.
Okay.
I thought I saw it, but yeah, following. Oh.
I think we just make it that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
We just start using that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
I hate Esfand.
Let me know about those ceiling mics, though.
Yeah. I don't know. These might suck. I'm listening to it right now.
Fine-tuned. This ensures a uniform acoustic performance throughout the entire room.
Yeah.
The Shure Microflex Advanced Ceiling Array microphone now has one lobe pointed at me. Notice that my audio is now louder than Talker 1's audio.
Wait, how did they change the array?
Can you verify it?
Oh, is it in my email?
Yeah.
If I could find you now. Okay, it should be good. Oh, you're right here. Hey! Okay.
Fine-tuned. This ensures a uniform acoustic performance throughout the entire room.
The Shure Microflex Advanced Ceiling Array
So how did this move?
now has one lobe pointed at me. Notice that my audio is now louder than Talker 1's audio.
For this setting, the lobe of the microphone is not pointed at me.
I hate when my dog poops when it's dark outside. Can't see shit. Ha ha ha.
Thanks, Leveter. Thanks for the $5, dude.
Notice that my audio is quieter than Talker 2's audio.
The lobe is more precise than the lobe of shotgun microphones. The Shure Ceiling Array microphone now has 2 lobes pointed at the opposite.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's very good. This reminds me of the meeting I had when they fired me for pooping in the office break room. Did you really do that? Nicodemus, thank you, Nicodemus Prime, for the 500 bits. King Cobra, thank you for the 4 months. Where are you hanging the OTK sword? I don't know, probably right there. Badumpust, thank you for the 100 bits. Yo, love the stream. Thanks, man. Zach Bolts, 21 months. I hate Esfand, thank you. Badumpust, thank you for the 300 bits. Yo, cool. We're all caught up.
Notice that both lobes capture the same audio quality, even if there's a long distance to cover.
For this setting, one lobe of the microphone is pointed at me.
So many lobes does it have?
Another lobe of the ceiling array microphone is pointed at me.
Notice that my audio has the same precision as Talk2's audio.
The Shure IntelliMix algorithm automatically and without hearable delay tracks which lobe needs to be activated. One or more lobes can be activated at a time.
No matter who is speaking or where the voice is coming from, the highest intelligibility is guaranteed every time.
And finally, we will now switch back and forth between the Shure ceiling array with one lobe pointed at me and a ceiling-mounted MX202 omnidirectional microphone. Advance. The ceiling array uses steerable coverage technology.
MX202. What is an MX202? Wait, what? This is a Shure for $202? Is that why they call it 202? That sounds terrible.
The ceiling array uses steerable coverage technology. This concludes the demonstration of the Shure Microflex Advanced Ceiling Array Microphone. Thank you for taking the time and thank you for watching.
Okay. I can send you a demo of our space if you're interested. I work at a university. It works well for classes over Zoom. Really? Yeah, Zeus, send it to me. Because that's really expensive. It might be worth. It really depends. I mean, I want to do more things where like people come over and we do stuff. But it really does depend. But this thing is sick. I'm gonna think about this. What is the return policy? Dude, 15-minute money back guarantee. Okay, Reddit.com says live stream fail. Okay. Valkyrie launched a skincare line based on the effect of blue light on your skin. Available evidence refutes all claims. All right. Skincare collection designed to protect him from blue light pollution. I just wanted to create something that would help not just myself, but everybody live in front of screens.
One who uses Meet Reflect. It's the skincare collection that's for everyone who uses a screen. It's designed to protect your skin against blue light, which is emitted from all digital screens. Yes, even the one you're using right now. What I wanted to create with Reflect was a collection that could help people protect themselves against blue light pollution. Because when you feel your best, you can reflect your best.
Okay. But what is this? Gamer skincare. Also, if you're worried about blue light, just get Flux. It's free. Apparently, electronic numbers nearly enough to actually cause any damage to your skin. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about any of this. I just don't care, right? Like people, there's for years and years and years, people have always thought like there's the old wives' tales of this and that. Like, oh, you should do this. Make sure you do that for your skin or for your health. Like people always think all kinds of stuff. Like at the end of the day, if people want to just do this and it just makes them feel better or whatever, it's like sure, you know. I just like. I'm just gonna be real, right? Like people are like, why would anybody get up in arms about this? Like, the available evidence refutes all claims. Like, obviously, like it's obviously BS, but like, who cares? Just like let people feel good or whatever. So, carrots give you cancer. No, carrots cure cancer. Hey, look, either way, don't give Mizkip a carrot. T-Pain recognizes something in viewer submitted song.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Dude, that's exactly what I heard too. This is exactly what I heard in the first few seconds. I thought that was part of it until I looked at T-Pain. Oh, there it is. Nice. Very good. Very good. Didn't I make a tweet about that song like a long time, like maybe like a year or two ago? Didn't I make a tweet about that song where I was in the car at night and I was like, what's the name of the song? Do you guys remember that? Hey, Esfand, have you heard about the Meta Scanner? It will be revolutionary for VR gaming in the future. You can 4K yourself into games. Is there? I've never heard of it. Miz and QT get badly burned by each other. Remember your tweets from 2 years ago? You should.
Minx,
Why am I bitch?
You are such a bitch.
Like, you guys are
Minx,
old. You guys are like me.
listen,
You can't remember anything that happened last week.
Why am I bitch?
You are such a bitch. Anyway, Minx, listen.
Miz, don't you have an e-girl like scheduled to come show her tits on your stream?
True.
E-girls can show their tits, cutie. What do you got going on?
I don't know, maybe real content. Have you ever heard of it?
True.
What, making Ludwig's room into a therapy office? Is that it? Minx,
Why
Minx.
am I bitch?
It's actually Ludwig's house into a therapy office. Get it right, Miz. So. Good. Finish Michelin star. Finish. I'm skipping. Cutie replaces Maya with new podcast co-host.
Dude, imagine you set up the whole thing and then it like doesn't work.
Worst
Oh
case
my
it
god.
flops. I'll start a new podcast with Emmy Rue. I heard she replaces you in a lot of things.
Okay, here we go. We'll do a podcast where we just like try to make each other not friends with each other anymore.
That'd be funny.
Dude, I would cry within the first like 2 minutes, 100%.
Yeah.
That is true though, except she's doing better. Dude, she was sitting at 16K today. I think it's because is she full Asian or is she half? She might be, no, she's half, isn't she? Damn it.
Maya's half. That's why it was funny.
You don't, because you're white. Don't worry about it. I was going to make a joke, but because I'm half Asian, and I was like, oh, well, she's full Asian. So that's why she's going so much more than I did with LSF. But
True. Actual good one, Maya. Actual good one, Maya. That is funny. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Actual good one. Okay. Finish Michelin star chef cleans out oven sheet. That is funny. Okay, good. Rich rolls cuties in a row.
Is this what it is? I've decided to start drama with Rich Campbell because one, he's currently relevant, two, because he is a dumb bitch. I will respond when she also fills category number 1. Maybe shitcon too. I don't know. For now, I don't have the time and I cannot be bothered. Is this what it is?
Hey, don't worry, Rich. You're gonna have the time soon. Relax, man. Let's see. How Esfand consoles crying women. Wait, what?
I was like, I'm not ready. I was like, I'm not ready. I hadn't showered in like days, and I just sat there and I sobbed.
Yeah.
I just cried, and then at one point, Esfand walked by me and he was like, "You good?" And I was like, "Shit, I thought no one was home." And then Esfand talked to me for a long time.
Oh my god, I cannot imagine Esfand consoling me when I was crying.
He was funny. He was like, I'm kind of sad too. And I was like, Esfand, damn it.
Yeah, I just don't think people want to watch Classic anymore.
Yeah, he's like, I'm kind of sad. No one else. Classic is good though. Like, people always say it's like washed up, but it's actually like really, really good, and it like totally has more of a life. But it's just because like all these big streamers say that it's washed up, and it's like so frustrating because Classic is good.
Yeah, I really think I should just do more cooking streams.
I need to do way more.
Wait, hold on. Why is this so accurate? Why is it so accurate?
I'm gonna have so much going on all the time.
Where do I put my new couch, cutie?
Up my asshole, Esfand. Throw your new couch up my asshole. Sigmini couch.
I love Esfand. I really.
Why is this so accurate? This is so stupidly accurate. Oh, it's funny.
Welter farts all the time. I get so nauseous. This angry Norwegian deep farts.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you'd be into that.
I'm not. I don't like waterworks and never mind.
Oh, you don't like when they cry?
They cry with you?
It's my favorite.
Oh my god.
Dude, yesterday's stream was so stupid. Yesterday's stream was so dumb. Yesterday's stream was so dumb. It was great. That was wonderful. This is so funny. This got 12.5K upvotes?
You ain't got nothing on this year. You
Chris
ain't got nothing on
Williams?
this, bud.
Wait, is it louder now?
Yeah, here, say that. You ain't got nothing on this year. You ain't got nothing on this, bud. Yeah? Yeah, here, say that.
Dude, that sound effect got 12.5K upvotes. The sound effect was so perfect.
You ain't got nothing on this, bud. Yeah? Yeah, here, say that.
That's just so good. Glasses goes flying off. Oh, that's great, dude. That's actually so funny. Destiny is almost honest.
It doesn't mean I won't feel guilty.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't mean I won't feel like I owe you.
At least you look rich while you guilty. You gonna look nice. Steven, why don't you buy me things?
Because I don't want to. No, because I don't like it as much. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
How's that chicken, dog?
Fine.
I actually love Destiny, dude. Boyfriend of the, like a lot of people don't like Destiny because of like instance A, instance B, instance C. But dude, Destiny, just the banter with him, he's so funny, dude. He is like there's a lot of individual reasons why like people like don't like Destiny, but just hanging out with Destiny and like the banter, he is so funny, man.
This relationship is almost
Yeah, he
over.
says things that nobody else does or nobody else
This
says.
relationship is
And
almost
like
over.
all the posts on other stuff didn't make it any better. It was just tragic all around, and no one knew why I was so upset.
Yeah, it's because a lot of it's politics. Yeah.
This relationship is
And
almost
like
over.
all the posts on other stuff didn't make it any better. It was just tragic all around, and no one knew why I was so upset because I didn't want to tell everyone my mom had cancer. Like it was just last year, worst year of my life. Fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. Absolutely fucking awful. And the restriction still hasn't lifted.
You know what, Melina? You know what the good news? After all that, which no one asked, you are dating.
Did you really know nobody asked and come out with a trophy after I said my mom had cancer?
Yeah, dude, perfect example of when girlfriend is sad, boyfriend is trying to do something funny, whatever, lift their spirits, and they actually go just completely fumble, dude. Completely fumble. So bad.
Can't believe. Guess I should have lined it up more.
Bookie.
Huh?
Come here.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm playing, Race. I'm playing. Come back.
Actual good one. Actual good one. Completely demolished, dude. Moxie's take on hot tub streams.
Dude, there's legit, like, barely anyone doing a hot tub stream. Wait, what is this? Are these chickens? No, they're birds. They're hummingbirds.
Thick chicks with mustaches.
Dude, there's legit, like, barely anyone doing a hot tub stream. Wait, what is this? Are these chickens? No, they're birds. They're hummingbirds. Dude, there's
oh, it looped. Okay, it looped. My okay, Nick Poison series. I was like, didn't you just watch this?
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
How's it going?
How's that coffee?
Very good. Why?
Good.
You know what the funny part is? We actually did poison the coffee. But couples who Rocky Horror together stay together. What is this? Oh God.
To the left.
Oh God.
Hands on your hips.
Wait, where's her hair? Did she cut her hair short?